There. Why do I have to add my mic every time I do this? It's annoying. Super annoying. Hey there, fools. Do it again. Do it again. Why? Okay, I'm gonna move this over here. Oh. Yeah. You go over there, and you go over there. All right. Good. 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 It's a good. Wait, why is that so? No. That should be bigger. Whatever. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What juice? What are you tweeting me? Juice is an undercover pony. He not liking. He no likey the Sony LiES talk. He no likey it, but it is what it is, dog. Wii U is in the house. Wii U in the house. I just learned some sad news. The passing of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. My wife and daughter are asleep right now. They are big fans of hers, as am I. So they're going to wake up to some more terrible 2020 news. Some more sad 2020 news. So, it is what it is. Joseph, what's up? Just grabbed me a copy of 3D All-Stars today. Still got to play. Honestly, been playing a lot of Wii U more than Switch at the moment. Oh, you can play a lot of Wii U on your Switch. The Virtual Console on Wii U is still superior over Switch. Well, there is no Virtual Console on Switch. So, yeah. Dr. Blue, Sony saying underpowered console. Saying underpowered consoles fail. Switch says hi. I'm confused. I'm confused on that one, Dr. Blue. Dr. Manhattan. Dark Flame 64, what's up? I'll be at work, so I might be jumping in and out of the stream. Cool, no problem. No problem. Alright, so I'm going to say I don't plan on being here very long. Although I do have 70 plus games to show. But every time I say that, I end up being here long. But I'm going to try to get out of here. I am tired today. I've been tired the last couple days. I don't know what's up. Like, narcoleptic tired. Just passing out. Sleep. So, we'll see what happens. We'll try to get through this without falling asleep. Mono. Nah, I don't have mono, Joseph. That's funny. All right. guess we'll go ahead and get started. Why not? Why not? So, welcome to my Wii U collection live stream. So I've been doing these collection live streams for quite some time. I got a tower of Wii U games here that I'm hoping doesn't fall over. Please don't fall. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to be putting these as I go through them, because I'm going to stack them here on the floor. That's a good spot there. All right. So let's go over the hardware first. Right? Here it is. The beautiful blue Wii U box. This one is the 32 gigabyte one, obviously. Came with Nintendo Land, as I'm sure you'll see later. Also the exclusive digital deluxe promotion. I don't know if this was on the white one, but there's a white 8 gigabyte one. That was the kind of the bare one, the core system, if you will. I don't know. Did that one come with Nintendo Land? I don't think it did, but I could be wrong. But yeah, nice, cool design. Wii U, hate it or love it. The name, nice big U on the box. Deluxe set. Deluxe. We've heard that a lot this generation from Nintendo, haven't we? Jim Ryan said that recently. Oh, he said, okay. Sony saying, okay. All right, Dr. Blue. Gamer Talk 8, back to Monster Hunter Generations. That Monster Hunter Rise trailer, my God, yes, it was great. It was glorious. I covered that in my video. Was it yesterday? So yeah, check that out if you haven't seen it. So as you can see here, you got the 32 gigabyte console. You got the gamepad. You have your, looks like power. These are power connector for your power cord for your gamepad. Power cord or HDMI. You have the sensor bar. You have your charging. It's not really a dock, but your little charging base for your gamepad, just in the regular, just plastic stand for your gamepad, as well as two little plastic feet for your Wii U, so it can stand up. Then the game, Nintendo Land, right there. All that good stuff. And here's the most important piece of hardware to come with your Wii U, and that is the glorious gamepad here. I have the Nyko extended battery on here. If you're wondering why it looks a little weird. So when you get low on power, you can hit that little button there and get extra power. So there you go. Doubles it pretty much, I believe. Yeah, this was, ooh, look at that, almost dropped it. This was essential to your Wii U. You needed this. Kind of like the, what is it called? The, what was that thing called? The Kinect for Xbox One. You needed that, right? It was essential, but you truly needed this. You could do some things with your, if you bought extra controllers, but you definitely needed this for the main functions to work. So glorious device. I love this to death. We'll talk about this a little bit more later. And just like the Switch, you had Pro controllers for the Wii U. There's the black one. I have the black one and the white one. These both, or all of them, had 80-hour batteries. 80 hours, 80 hour batteries with rumble and everything. No gyro sensors, but I'm trying to remember, does this have what is it called? NFC? Because this is the NFC right here. And this is very important for another piece of important hardware that came out during the Wii U. These little beautiful things here called Amiibo. So we have right here, I just have a few of mine. You've seen them before. It's Mega Man and Bowser Jr. So you just tap them here, and certain games gave you certain attributes, certain things, obviously, for those of you who may not know, which is probably no one. But I'm trying to remember if the Pro Controller had NFC or not. Maybe not. Probably not. But these are nasty, especially the white one. You can see how dirty it is. But yeah, great controllers. Love these. Love the feel of them. I love the fact that, just like the Wii U gamepad, you have both analog sticks at the top here, and it's super comfortable. So comfortable. I actually play a lot of my Switch using this because my son is always using my damn Pro Controller on Switch, so I use my Wii U Pro Controllers on my Switch, and love it. Did I just turn the console on? I don't think so. Yeah, it's great. So, you know, that's the main hardware stuff, but I guess I can show you this too, because you'll see the game later. This is Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. Does it show it? Oh yeah, there it is. It's kind of in the corner there. So it came with this lovely, come on, focus, camera, focus. Focus. All right, I don't know if it wants to focus or not, but it comes with the 4 controller port GameCube adapter and GameCube controller, the Smash insignia on it, and that was awesome. And a lot of people speculated at the time, oh, we're gonna get GameCube games on our Wii. No, didn't happen. No GameCube games for Wii U either. We have one GameCube game on Switch as of now, and that is Mario Sunshine, my favorite, by the way. But yeah, I don't know why is this thing. Okay, go to sleep. Yes, I use the adapter, Nintendo guy, because I love playing Smash with the Pro Controller or GameCube controller. That's the way to play for me. Not that I'm some kind of whack, crazy, you know, pro, you know, Smash player or anything, but if I have the option to play with something I'm comfortable, then I will do that. But also, as you may know, and I don't have every accessory, your Wii U also utilize these bad boys, and this is super dusty. That's what happens when you put it down there on the desk. The Wii Remote and Nunchuck, along with pretty much all your Wii accessories and games that would allow you to use them. I talked about Pikmin 3 and why I don't care for the Switch version of it. One of the main reasons is that I love using the Wii Remote and Nunchuck to play Pikmin, and using the gamepad as my map screen. So it's just way easier for me to do that. So I love it. I don't want to go back to using the analog stick to try to use pointers and stuff, but I'm guessing they're going to do something using the Joy-Cons, but they're not as accurate, I mean, as the Wii Remote and Nunchuck were. They're not pointers, you know, it's just gyro control. So that's what's up. Just canceled my Game Pass for PC with 1 day to spare before getting charged. I don't know why. This is a Wii U discussion here. Stealth charge. Oh Jesus. Terminator Juice is having a gamer midlife crisis. Anyway, so yeah, those are the main pieces of hardware. Get these out of the way. So let's get into the software. I tried to separate these by significance. You know, they're not in any order of best to worst or anything. But I try to do my the smaller titles to the bigger titles for the end. So just to keep it more interesting. Man, so much dust. All right. So first title up is DuckTales Woo Woo Remastered. This is the physical version. For a while, I think the digital version had disappeared or something, and so there's a mad dash to try to find the physical copies of these games for Wii U. But or I guess it's on other systems too. But awesome remaster, perfect, love it. Here's a game that is sealed, that was a gift to me from Retro Death. Shout out to Retro Death. Hooked me up with a copy of one of my favorite indie titles ever, Fast Racing Neo. This is obviously the European Peggy PAL version, or European version, because we didn't get a physical copy of this game in over here. So he hooked me up with this. Awesome. Thanks again for that. Love it. We obviously have Fast Racing RMX for the Switch. It's just a enhanced version, and it's also awesome. So I'm so glad I picked up a physical copy of DuckTales Remastered on Wii U, says Nintendo guy. Try link Tornado Juice, no more juice air. What? Alright, so NBA 2K13 featuring Jay-Z, or executive produced by Jay-Z. This was the only NBA 2K game we got on Wii U. So, that is what it is. After that first year and a half, that third-party love started to dissipate. And we never got any more sports games. Next up, we have Resident Evil Revelations, which is a port of the 3DS game. I originally played and beat this game on the 3DS. Loved it to death. I especially loved the 3D. Was really good in this game on 3DS. I have not beat this one yet, but I already beat the game. I just kind of wanted to buy it to see what the console version looks like. So it's enhanced graphics, obviously in HD and all that goodness. Same game. Pretty good. All right. Rodea the Sky Soldier. This is a game from Yuji Naka, who's about to drop Balan. I forgot the subtitle to that game. But this is Yuji Naka, the famed Sega developer. Sonic Team, Nights into Dreams, all the great stuff. This game, it feels like he keeps trying to remake Nights, or trying to kind of use that style, because that's what this is kind of like in ways, not completely. The Wii U version. Okay, so let's just open this up and tell you that inside we have the Wii version and the Wii U version. Now, I don't know if every one of these came like that, but these are pretty limited. I don't know if they're like expensive, then maybe not, but especially, but the one you want to play is the Wii version, because the Wii U version is not good. It's not because of the controls. They basically don't allow you the same kind of controls using the Wii Remote and Nunchuck, which I don't understand for the Wii U version, but that was a lot of the issues with the Wii U version. It was a strange release. It's like, why they release those both versions. I don't know. It's strange. But anyway, here we have Gianna Sisters Director's Cut. This is sealed, because I actually bought the game digitally. So this is sealed. And if you don't know about Gianna Sisters, back in the day, Gianna Sisters was on PC. I don't know if it was I think it was Commodore 64. And it was basically a Mario Brothers clone. I mean, like bricks, blocks, and everything. Mario Brothers, Gianna Sisters, get it? But if you don't know, computers back in the day, personal computers back in the day, weren't really good at scrolling the way consoles did. So when you move to a screen, like the whole screen would move, kind of like Zelda, the first Zelda game, where you move from screen to screen like that. it doesn't work like the Mario games where it just, you had scrolling throughout. But Nintendo famously sued these guys, and they had basically had this, I don't know if it was some kind of settlement or something, some kind of agreement they came to. But apparently, they got over that because they allowed this game on Wii U. Okay. Wii U collection. Wii U had no games. Guess this would be a short stream, says Retro Death. I know, right? No games. Retro Death, what are you doing up? I know. Well, it's not like Retro Death be up, man. He'd be up late. The Wii U was really Nintendo, Sega, Saturn, in my opinion, underappreciated and underrated. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I miss anything big you guys are talking about. All right, next up we have Legend of K, which is also re-released for Switch, and this case, look at that, it is destroyed. I don't know what happened. I really don't know. I don't know what happened to it because I bought this game new. And this is a port of a PS2 game, a remaster of a PS2 game, Legend of K. So, it takes a while to get into. Like, it starts off kind of slow and you might not think it's good, but you got to get through the first couple hours or so, which is kind of tutorial-ish, and then the game opens up. All right. Whoa, I hit the microphone. Game & Wario. This was pretty much the first thing we saw the gamepad do in the basically the demonstration of the gamepad and what it can do with the is it isometric gameplay? What is that? What it's called? No, that's not right. I don't think that's right. Anyway. They took those demos or whatever for the gamepad and turned them into Game & Wario. So I think this was expensive for a while too. It might still be. I don't know if it is. But I remember pre-ordering this. I got really pissed off. I pre-ordered it, went to pick up my copy, and it was open. And I'm like, and at GameStop. And GameStop had a practice of doing that. They would open freaking games and say, "Oh no, it's new. We just opened it up." For what? No logical sense. So that's when I got really pissed off with GameStop and stopped messing with them because they were opening up my damn game. And it's like, I can't come to them with the open copy of something to say, "Oh no, it's new." So why can you do that to me? It seems, again, that's why they having the troubles they're having. So. Santiago says, which is why I don't shop at GameStop. Yeah, this was the beginning of why I stopped. I was so pissed off with that. Really pissed off. And here we have the famed Kickstarter game, Mighty Number 9. Yeah, Mighty Number 9, which is supposed to be the spiritual successor to Mega Man. It was, I mean, what can I say about this game? It was a total debacle. How it went down. The game wasn't that great. The artwork didn't live up to what the final game looked like, or the final game didn't live up to the initial artwork. There's all kinds of stuff. But the father of of Mega Man, and he had all these ideas about all this stuff. He tried to do too many things. He's trying to work on a comic book and all this stuff, and an animated series and all. I'm like, dude. Just make sure the game is good. Put the game out and make it good first, and people will care about all those other things. But he was trying to Kickstarter all this stuff on the side. It was insane. So I didn't Kickstarter it. I just bought it after the fact. And here is a sealed copy of Wii Fit U. I feel like I got Wii Fit U for free through some kind of incentive, like through the Digital Deluxe or something. I feel like I got it for free. I don't think I paid for it. I don't remember. Because I have it digitally on Wii U. And I saw this for super cheap. And I was like, oh, that's a novel thing to have, a physical copy of Wii Fit U. Because I would guess that most people have a digital copy. And they bought it the same way I bought it. because I don't think it was physical at first. It was something weird. But yeah, sealed physical copy of Wii Fit U. Damn shame about Mighty Number 9, says Santiago. Yeah, it was a damn shame. The Wii U version of Mighty Number 9 is known to break Wii U consoles. I didn't know that. I've never had a problem, and I hope I don't. Thank you very much, Nintendo guy. TriLink talking to Retro Death. You guys are going back and forth. All right. Guarana says GameStop, I remember, would sell me new open games a lot back in the day. Yeah, it only took one and a really bad explanation as to why they did that. So, all right. So here is Disney Infinity, and it is also sealed. And you're going to see some sealed games because I got into my head for a short period of time that I was going to collect every North American game for Wii U. And I tend to buy all the really good games for a console when I have it. And so I just didn't want to buy junk, or stuff that I wouldn't play. Now, this isn't that. This was actually, I think this is a gift. I want to say this is a gift from someone. It might even been for my son. I don't know. But we have a few figures for Disney Infinity. We've never really played it. We have the little, doesn't it come with like a little plug-in thing for the figures to go on? I forgot, Portal or something. But yeah, so that's sealed as well. I do actually plan on playing this at some point. And here is Skylanders Superchargers talking about Portal. That was not on purpose to have these two games together. But these are Toys to Life games, as you guys know. And this one was actually pretty fun. And the really nice graphics. I remember the graphics being really nice. And one of the things that pushed me to buy it was, oh boy, right there, they had Donkey Kong and Bowser characters in the game. So I had to jump on that. But yeah, these games were pretty fun. They kind of got too long in the tooth, or too long in the teeth, and people kind of just stopped buying them, and so they stopped, making them. But this one was fun. I only have maybe 2 Skylanders games, so another sealed copy. And this is during my I'm gonna buy every game phase on Wii U, because I wanted to have one system that I had every game for, and I figured the Wii U would be that because it didn't have a ton of games, to buy. I think the Wii U has around 400 retail games, if I'm not mistaken. So not too crazy, but I just decided no, I'm not gonna do it. I changed my mind. But yeah, Adventure Time. I like Adventure Time actually. And I plan on opening and playing this game. I don't have it sealed. It's just, I guess you can call it backlog, but I just never got around to playing it. I have the, that's what I remember now. I have the 3DS version of the game, so that's why I probably never opened it. And I play that one. All right. SteamWorld Heist, SteamWorld Dig double pack. I actually played SteamWorld Dig and played the crap out of it on my 3DS at first, and then loved it to death. And I still haven't played SteamWorld Dig 2. I'm crazy. I know I have it on Switch, but I haven't played it yet. SteamWorld Heist I did play. I liked it. Didn't love it. It was a cool kind of side game in this world, but it's like a strategy kind of RPG. But yeah, great games and double pack. I have a feeling that that's going to be expensive at some point if it's not. Here we have, oh gosh, let me wipe that one off. It's dusty too. Cars. That's right, Cars. Driven to Win. Yeah, Driven to Win. As you can see, it's sealed because I plan on getting the Switch version and playing that and keeping this sealed. But I bought this because I heard of how good it was. Yes, a Cars game, a licensed game, Disney Cars movie. I heard this game is actually really good, so that's why I bought it. But then I realized that they had it on Switch. So I'm like, no, I'll just keep that one sealed for the collector and me and play the Switch version. Maybe I'll just download it or something. Oh yeah, Batman 2, right? DC superheroes. This is a Lego game, obviously. Very fun, very cool. If you know Lego, you know that kind of humor. Games like this is what gave us Lego Batman and the Lego movie. So very funny. So you understand the humor if you know those movies, and good stuff. Running around as Lego Batman. That Flame Princess booty. Have you managed to make any progress on that Nintendium channel? Yes. TriLink, I actually have my first video finished, and it will be going up on Sunday night. So look forward to that. And that's my plan, is to release at least one video a week for Nintendium every Sunday night. So I'm not sure what time, probably around 8 or something. But yeah. Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. I'm sure you guys know this game. Very hard. Like, this game was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. It could be very frustrating, but good. And it has really cool track designs, and it has all the, mostly all of the big Sega, characters and stuff. So very cool. This one actually has you can race as Danica Patrick and Ralph from Wreck-It Ralph. So very cool. I think you have to unlock them, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's on the back here. But yeah, good game. Good game. I believe it was the launch title. Here's another one of my collected games that I bought. And hell to the no, I didn't pay no $50 for this. I probably paid like 12 or 13. It probably sat on the shelf forever at wherever this place is. I don't know, based on that sticker. But I bought this most likely on eBay. Again, this was during I'm going to collect for Wii U. So this is sealed. I never opened it. And nope, I probably won't open it. Probably not that great. So, yeah. All right. The Book of Unwritten Tales 2. I think this game might be expensive on Wii U. Almost said Switch. I think. I don't know. There's probably not too many copies of this out there. So, the Adventure Company, a Nordic Games division. I got 2 of these Nordic Games. I think. At least 2 games. This is a point-and-click adventure, basically. If you're wondering what type of game it is. If you're not into that, then don't worry about it. But it's very heavy, puzzly. You can get frustrated. And but if you don't like those types of games, PC puzzle or PC point-and-click, don't buy that. Snoopy's Grand Adventure. I love this game. It's a pretty cool side-scrolling platformer. Some nice kind of claymation style visuals. Very nice. Very good game. Pretty good. Based on the was this based on the movie? I can't remember. I think there was some stuff about it in the movie. The movie was pretty good. So it came out around that time, so I'm sure it was based on the movie. I just can't remember. Oh boy. Mass Effect 3. And hell no, I didn't buy this game at launch. This game launched on Wii U for $60 at the same time EA was putting out Mass Effect Trilogy on 360 and PS3 and maybe even PC, I don't know, for $60. So you can buy this one game on Wii U that didn't have all the DLC or any of that stuff, I don't think. There was some shortcomings with this. Or you can buy the trilogy for the same price. Yeah, so I bought this later. Again, part of my mentality of, collecting the games. And I'm sure I probably paid 12 or 13 or 14 bucks for it. No more than that. There's no way I'd pay full price or even close to full price for that. But a game I did pay full price for, that was a launch title, was Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. And this was the kind of patch version of the game, because Ninja Gaiden 3 had some issues. It didn't review well. And this version fixed a lot of those issues. So it reviewed a little better, but I don't know how much better. But I had a blast with this game. You know, if you play Ninja Gaiden, you know what you're in for. Toughest nails games. But visually beautiful and super fast paced and fun as hell. So I played the crap out of that when it first came out. Now I don't know if you can hear the sound. Maybe I'll put the mic. That kind of plop, you know, kind of popping and whatnot. I'm just squeezing the case here. A lot of my Wii U games got hit with water damage. So you might see some bubbling up of the artwork and stuff like that. A pipe burst. And of course it shot right at my my shelving for my Wii U games. It actually killed my hard drive on my laptop because it hit my laptop as well. But at least it was just the hard drive and not I actually still have that laptop. That's the one I still edit on. But I you know, some of my artwork got screwed up, got water damaged, but it's fine. Black Ops 2, Call of Duty, you all know what that is. I haven't played this in a while. One of my subs, for whatever reason, I can't remember his name now because there's lights on, wanted me to play recently with him, but we just kept missing each other with the game. So maybe at some point. And Zombie U, one of the best uses of the gamepad. And there, I'll point it out, the games that really use the gamepad really well. This is one of them, obviously. Zombie U was built around the gamepad. And, you know, they re-released it later, but it was nowhere near. It couldn't have been anywhere near as good without the gamepad, because it just, for me, it just doesn't work without that. But love this game. I don't think it reviewed well. I think there was a lot of hatred. There's a lot of haterism going on with the Wii U. But I thought this was a really good horror game. So, all right. Another one of my favorite gamepad usage games, and that is Splinter Cell Blacklist. The last Splinter Cell game, I believe. And I don't think it sold well on anything, on any console. So you can imagine it didn't sell that great on Wii U. But I love the game, and I love its use of the gamepad. It just immerses me in the game, makes you feel like, you know, Sam Fisher. At least I did anyway. But really good use of the gamepad. I had fun on the multiplayer too. I must have put these together on purpose. There's no way. To me, this is the best gamepad usage on the Wii U game. This is the best game that uses it the best, and that is Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. This was gonna be a Wii U exclusive, but I guess, you know, with the sales of the Wii U, that whole idea changed. But love this game, love it to death with the whole cyberpunk aesthetic. If you don't know Deus Ex goes way back to PC. I played it on PC as well. I want to say 2000, the first one came out. But I love this series. And the stuff, see, maybe you can even see like your map and all that cool stuff. And you could leave clues for your friends on Miiverse, like voice memos to say, oh, look out here, or, you know, there's something special around this corner. Crazy cool stuff. This is what really showed how cool the gamepad could be, this game, as well as how cool the Miiverse could be. And the Miiverse integration was awesome in this as well. And I miss it. I miss it to death. It was so good. Just going through and reading other people's like voice messages and stuff, or listening to them. You tap your screen and you can listen to voice messages. There's a lot of like digital newspapers in the game, and so they were kind of hard to read if you look at the screen. But then you just look at them on your gamepad and you can read through all the articles, go through people's computers and stuff. So cool, man. Love this game. Love it. All right. Deus Ex also has the coolest black spine on the case. Only game I had on Wii U that had that. Oh. Yep, that black spine did look pretty cool. And this is the only game, like you said. Most of them have white spines. So, race. No. All right. This is actually two games together. One of them is Star Fox Guard. We saw this. I think they just called it Guard or something at Space World. Look at me at E3. Miyamoto was demoing these three like giant robot and Guard and some other stuff. But so one of them became Star Fox Guard. One of the demos became Star Fox Guard, and people believe that the giant robot demo became Nintendo Labo robot kit. So cool. This is actually pretty fun. I got really into this, and it is a full-fledged game. That's why it comes in its own case and everything. You know? But it came with this game, Star Fox Zero, which is pretty polarizing. As far as the controls go, people didn't like it. I didn't mind the controls at all. I thought they were pretty intuitive. My biggest gripe with this game is that it relies on Star Fox 64 too much. It's just another retelling of Star Fox 64, which is a retelling of the original Star Fox on Super Nintendo. So it's just like, Nintendo, come up with some more stuff for Star Fox. For me, it's not that hard. I can come up with where Star Fox should go. Star Fox Assault was a step in the right direction. It just had, control issues and stuff like that. But that's, where Star Fox should be continuing on. It should be Star Wars with animals, But unfortunately, it's not that at this point. But yeah, these came together in a box. Star Fox Guard and Star Fox Zero. And I like Star Fox Zero. But like I said, it feels like another retreading of that same story, and I want more. I wonder, should I hold on one sec? Okay, yeah, I'll wait on that then. All right, so I'll put my amiibo here. Then I'll just stack the games in front of me. That way I don't have to put them on the floor anymore. All right, so next up is a fan favorite. And it is still sealed. Unfortunately, it's beat to hell. Yeah. Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. You guys know you want that. The game is still sealed in there. I haven't opened this box or anything. I don't know if I ever plan on playing it, because the game's not that great. This is the Animal Crossing game we got on Wii U, folks. Damn Amiibo Festival. Pretty cheap kind of board game. But, it was a game that at least used Amiibos in a unique way. But, it had its own Amiibo. So it wasn't something that's based on the Amiibo you probably already bought with, like, Super Smash Brothers. But, it is what it is, So, yeah. I wonder, because I have the Animal Crossing Plaza on my Wii U. I don't know if you can download that anymore. It may not exist. This also has cards in it as well, Amiibo cards and whatnot for the game. But yeah, it is it is what it is. So let me see. I'm mentioning anything from y'all up here. Hey y'all, says Raquel. Gorana said that about the spine, by the way. Jarion, Goat, Fox Zero, Goat Fox Zero. Resident Evil Revelations on Wii U also had a black spine case. Is that true? Like, I don't even... Oh, it's buried, right? How far back did I... I'm just interested now, so I don't even know. It did. Resident Evil also had a black spine. Good call. Nintendo guy. Alright, moving on. Here we go. Pokken Tournament, a game that I barely played, and when I did play it, I was usually getting beat online by Terrell. He was much better at this game than I am, but it was still fun. Made by the Tekken folks. That's why Pokken, Tekken, get it? And it's pretty fun. This is obviously also ported to Switch. Was it 2017 or 2018? I think it got ported in 2018. Maybe it was, I don't know. But anyway, yeah. Good game though. Some nice visual effects. Yeah, the Switch version adds more stuff, like Jarian is alluding to. Was it Jarian? Yeah. Here it is. My game of the year, 2016 Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE. That's right, folks. This game came out before the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, this is my game of the year for 2016. Love Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE. A lot of people didn't like it because they were expecting, Fire Emblem, Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem. There is some elements of that in there, but this is kind of like J-pop-ish, in a way. It's Persona-ish in some ways as well, but I guess it wasn't what people were looking for. But, it was on the Wii U, so it didn't do well. So that's why they brought it to the Switch, and now it's sold crazy. No, it still didn't sell. Like, it still hasn't sold that great. People just don't want this game, I guess. I don't know why. I loved it. But unfortunately, it's whatevs. People didn't buy it on Switch or Wii U or Switch. So, and I actually have... Oh, yeah, there it is. I don't know if it was... I guess it's a special edition. I don't know if there was just a regular edition or not. But some cool stuff in here. Soundtrack. Oh, my soundtrack is in the drawer over there. But came with some nice stuff. Download codes and all that. Don't worry, I already used them, so don't even try. But a nice... This is... art book, right? Yeah. Art book. All that goody stuff. Good stuff. There you go. Oh, I'm going to spoil the game for you. Ready? That's it. Spoiled. You're spoiled. All right. Anyway. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is not the regular version of the game on Wii U. I was very excited for this game, so I opted to get a special edition because that's what I do when I'm looking forward to games. And so I bought that. So there you have it. All right. Sharp FE. All right, and then the pack-in game, Nintendo Land, which is pretty great. Would have been better if they had online multiplayer. That's really pretty much the only problem with this game. Some of the games weren't, the best. I didn't have a whole lot of fun with. Let me see if I can remember which ones. I guess Pikmin got old kind of quick for me. The Pikmin Adventure and Animal Crossing Sweet Day got old quick. And I didn't care for the Octopus Dance and the Donkey Kong Crash Course got old quick. But other than that, they were all pretty fun. Pretty fun games. I love the Metroid one. What's it called? Metroid Blast. Of course it's called Metroid Blast. I need a sip. Good and cold. All right, everybody's favorite Kirby game. Kirby, the Rainbow Curse. As you can see, there's some damage on there. Like I said, water damage. You can see the little spots at the top there from pulling it off the plastic after the water dried up. But yeah, this game was basically meant for you to play on your gamepad. It was kind of strange because it's like you could look at the TV, but it was very hard to do stuff that way. I got somewhat okay doing it like that because I liked the nice visuals on the TV. But this is Um, what is the DS game? A Kirby. It's not Tilt and Tumble, but this is basically a sequel to the DS game, where you can use the touchpad to do stuff. Same style of game for Kirby. I liked it. It was fun. All right, Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. I actually have both of these, but one of the cases got damaged from the water so bad that I couldn't use the artwork anymore. So I just have the disc and the box. But yeah, Pac-Man and Ghostly Adventures. This is when they kind of rebranded Pac-Man in a way and had a new cartoon series for him. I thought this game was pretty fun. It's not anything great or anything. It seems light. Yeah, the game's in there. But it's cool. I had fun with it. Nice little adventure game. Sealed copy of Epic Mickey 2. I have not played this yet. I don't think it reviewed well. They took out... maybe I'm wrong. I thought they changed some mechanics with as far as the being able to use the Wii remote the same way as the first game, which I loved the first game on Wii. I just never got around to this. I guess you can call this my Wii U backlog. So that's what, 3 games now that are in the Wii U backlog. But I think that's it. Oh, Sonic Lost World. Sonic Lost World. Almost there. You were almost there, Sonic Lost World. Sonic Lost World just needed like another year of development. It just had like technical issues. But it was almost there. A lot of you guys may not know, but on the Sega Saturn, we never got a Sonic game, like a new Sonic game for the Saturn, because they were trying to work on it forever, and they had this whole aesthetic of kind of like a fisheye thing, with Sonic being on these kind of little planetoids. So people said, "Oh, when this came out, it was trying to mimic Galaxy," but actually, that idea for Galaxy, Sonic kind of started that on the Saturn. They just never made the game. They never finished the game. So, this game was almost there. Really nice visuals, but there's just technical issues with the game that just kind of kill it for me. And some of the level design isn't the best, but it was almost there to be in one of my favorite 3D Sonic games. Shantae and the Half Genie Hero. I like this game. Not my favorite Shantae game, but I liked it. I feel like I have a I think it may be an art book and soundtrack CD for this. I don't know if it was a special edition or just a regular edition that came with that, but I also have that as well. Love Shantae games. They're pretty dope. Been rocking out with Shantae since the GBC. So, all right, something else I've been rocking out with for a long time since the GBA is the Warriors game. So this is Warriors Orochi 3. I think this is the only Warriors game besides Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U, if I'm not mistaken. But I copped it because I like Musou games. I like Musou games. Musu. People say it differently. I used to say Musu, then everybody was saying Muso. So I don't know, but you know what I'm talking about. Like that style of game. So Orochi. I think that was a launch title. I'm not sure. Oh, the infamous Rayman Legends. Yeah. Nintendo guy says Kirby Canvas Curse. Thank you. Yes, that is the DS game, Kirby's Canvas Curse. Jarion loved Epic Mickey on Wii. Never got around to 2. Obviously, I haven't either. But I have the game. You can't use the Wii remote on that version, so that is right. And that's one of the things that I think I remembered hearing. And that just turned me off completely. It's just like, why? The Wii U has Wii remote usage. You can use it probably annoyed me to the fact that I just never got around to playing it. So I thought that was a thing. Thank you. Who said that? Matt Jazz. Shadow Boxing. I can't get mad at TMS for trying. Sorry I'm late, but TMS. Tokyo Mirage Sessions. So Rayman Legends, the legendary debacle that was on the Wii U. So the Wii U came out, sold really well initially, and then it slowed down super to the max, to the point where it only sold, I want to say 300,000 units by March or something, or after Christmas to March, something like that. So Ubisoft was like, we ain't putting our game out. We put a lot of work into this game. We're not putting that out. Zombie U didn't sell well. So, I can understand the apprehension there. But the game was finished, and it was supposed to be a Wii U exclusive. And everybody was looking forward to this. This is a game that could have helped perpetuate the Wii U through those months where nothing was coming out for it. And so, I think there was like a little kind of revolt where the developers were like wanting the game to be put out because it was done, and Ubisoft was acting like it wasn't, and they got exposed, and they basically made the game for PS3 and Xbox 360, and pushed the Wii U version back to like September that year. It was supposed to come out in like February or something, and so that pissed off a lot of fans. And then a lot of fans just boycotted Ubisoft after that, and which wasn't hard to do because I don't think they made much after Rayman Legends anyway on Wii U. So we didn't like Ubisoft for a while. They hurt our Wii U, and we didn't like that. But it actually is a really good game. I mean, I knew it was going to be anyway. This is the definitive version of the game. There is a Switch port and PS4 and Xbox One, I believe. But this is the best way to play it. With the gamepad, man. And yes, I know you can play it on... you can play it on Switch using the touchscreen and whatnot, but only in handheld mode. So this is the definitive way to play this game. This game was built for the Wii U gamepad. Yeah, I heard about the Rayman creator leaving Ubisoft. Was that today, I think, even? And yeah, crazy. So I'm actually going to take a short break, and I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to tell the wife the horrible news. Like I said, she was napping, so she didn't hear about Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg passing. She was a huge follower of her. She was teaching my daughter a lot about her. So, 2020, man, what can I say? All right. What's up? Oh, yeah. Let me see here before I show this one. Surprisingly, Rayman Legends on Wii U sold more than PS3 360. Yeah, I forgot to mention that Shadowbox, and it did. Um, yeah, Rayman Legends was insane. Keeping the Wii U version in some warehouse sucked, says R Awesome. um, Rayman Legends Wii U 5 players advantage, no doubt. That was a huge advantage. I completely forgot about the whole Rayman Legends debacle. I didn't. It's still it's still sore. I got over it, but because we had games like this coming out. Yeah, Devil's Third. Oh boy, talk about another debacle. The Wii U had some debacles, and this is one of them. So, you guys know the story behind this. The creator, oh my God, what's his name? Itagaki, who did the, oh my gosh, we just mentioned him, Ninja Gaiden games. He had been working on this, in the PS3 360 era, and he could not find a publisher or funding to finish the game. And Nintendo swooped in on the Wii U and helped them out, helped them through the finish line. And Devil's Third is Kill Bill on Wii U, says Shadowboxing. So there was a big uproar about it. A lot of fans were like, because they were looking forward to that game. And so there's this uproar about the game now being locked to a Nintendo console. Oh God, is it locked to the Wii U? It's gonna be trash. Nintendo's gonna destroy everything, make everything worse. The Wii U era was one of the most crazy, just tough eras for a Nintendo fan. All the nonsense that came out of that era, man, was insane. It was crazy, and this was one of the games that was a part of that. But yeah, the game, is rough. Like it didn't come out well. It actually, it plays well, but it's not a traditionally a good game. Although this is a guilty pleasure. I have a lot of fun with this game. I had a lot of fun. It's over the top insane. The online was actually really good for this game. But for whatever reasons, it didn't last for long, and then he cut it from the Wii U version, and then it was on PC for a while, and then I think it disappeared from PC. Very strange, but it was very robust. They spent a lot of time, sadly, on the online stuff in this game, and we barely got to play that. So it was very unfortunate. But I think this game is super, stupid expensive right now on Wii U. Probably like $200 or something. I paid $50, brand new. But it was Nintendo barely shipped any copies, so it's very rare. But I had a lot of. Like I said, it didn't review well. But this is one of those games that it's just like jank to the fun. Like I have fun with it. Like Rogue Trooper is another super jank game, but I have so much fun with it. It's just like a guilty pleasure. So. Guarana could never get to play with anyone online. No one ever joined ever. Stupidly underrated, says Jarian. Yeah, I think it's underrated because, again, I think it's a lot of fun. And if you have yourself a copy, it's a small fortune. Not really. It's like a couple $100, I think. But that's pretty expensive for a game, for a Wii U game. So there's going to be some Wii U games that are expensive. Like I said, I think Game & Wario is one of them because I think it's pretty rare. I don't know if Nintendo shipped that many copies of it, but they certainly didn't ship many copies of this game, and it's expensive. So today it's expensive. Oh man. Well, not this one, but Arkham Origins, Batman Arkham Origins. We got this game, and let me just show this one first because this is the one I like on Wii U. We got Batman Okay, let me read it. It's like Batman Arkham City Armored Edition. All right, so Batman Arkham City was a very beloved game after Batman Arkham Asylum. People are looking forward to that style of game. This is one of my favorite superhero games ever created. When it first came out, it was very different. It did Batman very well, and this is the Armored Edition. And this game made me feel like Batman because all my gadgets and all that stuff were on my utility belt, which was the Wii U gamepad. The Wii U gamepad is your utility belt. You're Batman, and you can do all these cool things with the touch of a button. And it was just cool to be able to do all that stuff using the gamepad and just being a detective, especially going into detective mode using the gamepad. Awesome. Loved it. And so, what did I get for that? They took all that cool stuff out of this version of the game. And there was really nothing on the gamepad. Not even a map of the city, I don't think. But I still like the game. I like that one much more. This is my favorite Batman game. One of my favorite superhero games ever. Yeah. The Wii U woes. That was one of them. So, speaking of Wii U woes and Ubisoft, this I bought this. Was it earlier this year or late last year? So, not very long ago. I actually beat it on Wii U. I had it for Xbox One. I bought it for like $7 or $8 or something. And then I fell through like the water. I fell through the river, and my character was just kind of stuck and doing the whole, that whole thing. And so I never went back to it. And then I saw the Wii U version, and I was just like, why not? Add it to the collection. It's probably going to end up being rare, hard to find at some point. So I bought it, and I had fun with it, actually. I played it, the whole thing on Wii U. It didn't live up to anything that Ubisoft was saying that it was going to be, obviously. It was a super visual downgrade, not just on the Wii U, but on Xbox One and PS4. This game did not live up to what it was supposed to be. And it was pretty kind of bland, kind of weird story. It had its moments. I played it and beat it, so I had some fun with it. But I love Watch Dogs 2 much more. It destroys this one. But Ubisoft lied about the gamepad, or they took everything out. But this game would have been excellent with the gamepad. But the hacking wasn't what we thought it was going to be. It was pretty cheap. The hacking stuff, but it still would have been somewhat cool, interactive cool on the gamepad, but they took all that out. They left in the map, at least. So there's that, but not much else to do on the gamepad. And yeah, Ubisoft was pissed off at Nintendo, and Nintendo fans were pissed off at Ubisoft. It was a strange, weird time. It was weird, and we didn't know if we'd ever get Ubisoft back. And we kind of really didn't when we got some stuff, but they didn't go too far out. Here's another port, or game that was ported to the Switch, and it is Scribblenauts Unlimited. I believe it's a double pack of both of these games, Scribblenauts Unlimited and Scribblenauts Unmasked together, so that's cool. So my thing is, I guess it's fine either way. I mean, you don't really need the touchscreen to do these things. For me, it was cool to just be able to have that in real time and not have some kind of stoppage in your gameplay, pause menu type of stuff. But so these will be the definitive versions for me. But you can get these. It's still really fun games. Kind of puzzle elements, not really platformer, but puzzle based. It's kind of hard to explain these games. Things instantiate from you writing the words. You write car or some kind of Batmobile, like for the unmasked version, and then it'll pop up. Fun games. I like them a lot on DS as well. Sniper Elite V2. We just got news, and the partner direct that Sniper Elite 4 is coming to the Switch. So that's cool. I like these games. I love the the sniper element where you fire in slow motion and you see your bullet travel through like all kinds of stuff. It hits like bugs. It flies through somebody's newspaper, and then it cuts into your target, and their bones. You can see the inner bones and meat cartilage and just explode. It's great. It's great. Violent fun. So yeah. But this version was super bare bones, and so I did not buy this. No way. I didn't buy this when it came out. They stripped so much stuff out of this one for the Wii U. It was just like not worth it. So I picked this up for like $8 later on, just to have it for the collection. 505 Games. Yeah, those guys. Control. Oh boy. Injustice: Gods Among Us. I like this game. I really like the story of the Injustice games. The kind of alternate universe stuff. The DLC I did not like. It was some really shady DLC stuff in here. I remember buying some DLC for this game, and this is one of the few games I actually bought DLC for, and just feeling like I was robbed. I felt despicable. I felt disgusting afterwards. I felt empty inside. Yeah, not good DLC practices on those Injustice games. Just saying. Another wonderful launch title that got overlooked. Tekken Tag Tournament Wii U Edition Tournament 2. The cool thing about this is that it had Nintendo kind of stuff in it. Outfits, and you can super mushrooms. You can dress up as Mario. All kinds of cool stuff that they put in this game, and nobody bought it. Nobody. This game did not. I think this game sold like 15,000 copies or something. 15, not million, 1,000 copies, if that. It did not do well. So Namco disappeared. After Ninja Gaiden, Razor's Edge, and this, Namco said, "No, we're done. We'll see you on the next console." So, yeah, the games didn't sell. You can't, and this was a good game. Unlike some ports that were kind of bogged down with whatever, Tekken Tag Tournament 2 was actually a really good port. Vicky, fangirl, what's up? What do you think about Wii U box art? Borders mimicking the old game people. I actually like that. I liked that, they went there because they wanted to play up to the core fans. And a lot of core fans love GameCube. Do I have a GameCube game close? Yeah. So I really like that idea. I thought that was pretty cool. As you can see, it has that same kind of little, little color, little, what I guess you would call it, outline there. And this one had the gold one, yellow one. And it very much looked like, GameCube. And they didn't have the only 4 thing on these, I don't think, right? None of them had it. Because outside of Nintendo games, there weren't a ton of only 4 Wii U anyway. But they didn't do that, so. Whoops. All right. But yeah, this is a really good port. And not just a port, had extra stuff in it. Specifically for Nintendo. And nobody bought it. Sadly. But, fighting games outside of Smash was in a weird time period then. They still are. Demi, I had a PS5 this whole time, aka my PS4 Pro. True. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Yeah, that's some funny stuff, right? Here's another really good port that had some enhancements for the gamepad. As you can see, they're touting on them on the back there. And my camera going to focus? Yeah. So you could play with the co-driver to help you outrun the cops. You could switch to day and night on the fly. I can't remember every little thing in here. But this version was enhanced over the 360 and PS3 versions. Famously used PC textures for the texture work in this game. And it was good. I had a great time with this. And I bought this game for $30 just for signing up to, what was the EA's thing? Origin. I signed up for Origin and I got half off for this. And I didn't barely even use Origin. But that was a cool thing. And a nice incentive from a third party. Only if Nintendo would do that, where they would give me half off for a game I already bought on Wii U that they're porting to Switch. But, you know, why even fight that fight anymore? No one cares. Aliens, Colonial Marines, and Sonic Boom. Oh, Sonic Boom actually came out, though, at least. No Aliens, Colonial Marines. That was a... There was so many disasters and debacles on Wii U. So many stories of drama on Wii U. I found my copy of Tekken in the bargain bin for really cheap. No, I bought it on launch. If I can remember, I went crazy on Wii U launch. I got Warriors Orochi, I'm pretty sure. Scribblenauts Unlimited. Tekken Wii U. I'm trying to look at my games here. I can tell you. What else did I get? Launch. I'm not going to mention it because I'm going to show it here early in a second. So I want to mention that game. There was one more. Oh, actually, there's a couple more games. I'll show in a minute. I'll tell you. Yeah, those were launch titles I bought. All right. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I haven't even played this game yet at all. I bought it again for the collection aspect of it. After the fact, I probably paid $12 for this. So I don't know much about it. Although I hear a lot of people like this because of the whole pirate ship aspect of it. So I'm looking forward to doing that. But this game I did play. This is the launch title I bought. Assassin's Creed 3. As you can see, this is sealed. Because the launch title that I bought, I actually downloaded. I wanted to see what it was like to have a fully digital game on my Wii U. So I downloaded it. So I have the downloaded version, and I also have this sealed because I don't need to open it because I already played it, the download version. So there's that. So that was another launch title I bought. All right, and here is the launch title I played the most at the time, and it was my Zelda for Wii U, and it is Darksiders 2. Love this game. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. If you haven't played it, and you're a Zelda fan, especially if you're a Zelda fan and you have not played Darksiders 2, what you doing, man? What are you doing? It's on Switch, so you can't say, oh, it's stuck on the Wii U. It's stuck there for your Nintendo fans. But this game is excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And the gamepad usage is excellent as well. Makes it super convenient to play this game. Love it. I can't remember if I used the gamepad and the Pro Controller. I don't think I did. I think I just used the gamepad to play it. But you can do that. As you can see on the back here, gamepad and Pro Controller support. I think you can use Pro Controller at the same time. Use your gamepad as your map screen, your item screen, and all that stuff. So, love this game. It's like a darker version of like dark, mature Zelda game. Dope. The second greatest game of all time. I know Richard Duff is going to say something. He loves the game. Second greatest game of all time. Darksiders 2 is absolute perfection. Wii U is the definitive version, a definitive edition. I would have to say so because of the gamepad. Mass Effect 3 says Matt Jazz 47. Why Mass Effect 3? I did not buy that at launch. No. And I bought this later. It is sealed. Darksiders War Mastered Edition. The Wii U version does not have 60 frames, strangely. But I bought this game because I love Darksiders. I love the first one. Played it on 360. So I have it on 360. So I never opened this one because I was like, oh, I'll just keep my Wii U version sealed. It was only $20, $20 for this game. So, you know, no biggie to keep it sealed. And it didn't really enhance over my 360 version, not that one anyway. But I did buy the Switch version later, which did give me the full enhancements. So I play that one. That one's open. Here's another sealed copy, Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I was hoping I would be able to play this on Wii U, but Aonuma took out the damn gamepad functionality. And there was a lot of cool gamepad features that are going to be used in this game because... Oh, where did it go? Oh, it's here. The gamepad is the damn Sheikah Slate. So you can just imagine all the stuff you could do using the gamepad as the Sheikah Slate. But then Nintendo did not want Wii U to have the definitive version of Breath of the Wild, so they took everything out and lied, saying it was, we felt it was too distracting. That was a lie. And I'm not just saying it was a lie, because they later came out and said, yes, the reason is we didn't want the Wii U version to have the definitive experience, which is, till this day, pisses me off. Because once we all learned that Breath of the Wild was coming to Switch, I still said, I'm getting the Wii U version because it has gamepad features. And I'm sure Nintendo heard that. And they said, nope, snatching all that stuff out. The bastards. So, here we are. Yes, we are at the GOATs now, by the way. So, it pretty much started with Darksiders. So, the best of Switch or Wii U is coming up. And I guess you could say Switch for some of these games. So, yeah. Next up, Zelda Wind Waker HD. Oh, I want it on Switch. Can you bring it to Switch? I want the game. Shut up. Because you can't do on Switch what you could do on this version. Maybe. No, there's no maybe. You can't do on the Switch version what you could do on this version. This version is the definitive version because it was built with the gamepad in mind. Well, at least, obviously, this game came out on GameCube, but this version was built with the gamepad to enhance the experience, and it totally does, and it's great for what it does. And no, you can't have this on Wii or Switch. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure it's probably going to end up coming at some point. But glorious, glorious game, made better with the beautiful graphics and the gamepad functionality. So let's keep it going with another remaster, and that is Twilight Princess HD. I have yet to finish this version, but I will, because I never played the GameCube one. And if you know, I played it on Wii, beat it on Wii, Twilight Princess that is, and the Wii version is completely flopped because they put Link's sword in his right hand for some weird reason, because they wanted to cater to right-handed people, which I am one, but Link is left-handed, okay? He uses his sword with the left hand. I don't know why they did that, but the GameCube version, retained that, and this version goes back to the GameCube version and enhances the visuals and all that stuff. So I will finish this, because Twilight Princess is probably my least favorite 3D Zelda game. I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would, because it's a Zelda game that everybody wanted, and then we got Wind Waker, but I ended up liking Wind Waker more than Twilight Princess. But I'm gonna finish it. I like the fact that they went back and changed textures to kind of leave breadcrumbs to Breath of the Wild. It's pretty cool that they did that. And let's keep that Zelda going, man. Hyrule Warriors. We're getting Hyrule Warriors 2, guys. Age of Calamity. But this is the beginning. Hyrule Warriors is dope. I love my Muso. I love those games. And you throw in the Zelda characters. I can play as all these freaking characters from Zelda that I want to play as. Oh, great. And this is great. And this brought that dream to fruition. And beautiful, beautiful cutscenes. Stories. It's Hyrule Warriors. It's a warrior storyline, kind of kooky, but I enjoyed the hell out of this game, and I want to get it on Switch because it merges the 3DS version and it allows you to do more stuff. So I'm going to do that, but I probably have like 150 hours in this with the DLC because I did buy the DLC. So dope, love it. But did you get the blue scarf? No, I was so pissed off. I could not, Guarana, I could not get that. Retro Death has it. Yeah, he has one. But I could not get the that version. I tried, but couldn't get it. One of my favorite Wii U games of all time. And one of the best uses of the gamepad. This game, again, was built with the gamepad in mind. Yes, it got ported to newer consoles. It's also on Switch. I play that version too. But this is a definitive version. This is how you want to play this game. Hearing stuff come out of the speakers of the gamepad, it's just immersive as hell. That's what's so good about the gamepad. It immersed you in games unlike ever before. And unfortunately, a lot of people didn't see the value in that. And Nintendo wasn't the best at, proving the value in that. But I love Lego City Undercover. It is one of my favorite Wii U games and one of my favorite uses of the gamepad easily on the Wii U. Companies other than Nintendo, outside of Nintendo, showed you why you needed a gamepad better than Nintendo did. That was one of the problems. Nintendo should have had a gamepad game. Yes, you can say that is Nintendo Land, but it just wasn't quite there. They were fun mini games, but it wasn't like, oh, this is gonna enhance your game. That was just a collection of fun mini games around the idea of the gamepad. Whereas this said, we're gonna take the gamepad and make it an important mechanic to the gameplay in the game. And those are the best games that use the gamepad that do that. Oh yeah, Bayonetta 2. This is another game that pissed off a lot of fans. No, Nintendo, you can't take my Bayonetta away. Even though only 5 people bought the damn game on 360 and PS3. I mean, I'm kidding. But the people were losing their minds when they found out this is going to be a Wii U exclusive. I don't get it because it's like, that's why you buy consoles for exclusives, right? They're still fighting about that now. I'll buy a console for exclusive. You should, if you wanted this game that bad, buy the damn console. There's other stuff you're gonna enjoy on it as well, But what it is what it is. Whatever. But this I love because it comes with Bayonetta 1, which people were asking for, and we got surprised. That they're bringing 1 for free. They put this in the package for free, and I would implore you to play 1 first. Don't play Bayonetta 2 and then go back to 1, because Bayonetta 2 is a pretty substantial improvement over 1. 1 is definitely harder, but I think it's part of the mechanics that makes it hard or harder. That final boss, oh my god. I don't think I died that much, but it was tough. But I loved it though. I did have a lot of fun with that. But there's some jank with the controls that you don't get in Bayonetta 2. And the Switch version doesn't even give you a physical copy for Bayonetta 1. Only in Japan, I think. Outside of Japan, you don't get a physical copy of Bayonetta 1. So, definitive version. Oh yay! Do 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 do. Splat, tat, 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 tune. Man, I remember seeing that white background and then like this CGI paint spraying everywhere, and then this weird squid character jumping and his eyes. And the first time we saw this game, was like, what is this? And it was so invigorating because Nintendo hadn't had like a major new IP and for quite some time at that time. And this is one of the best things about the Wii U. And using the gamepad in this game, another game. This is when Nintendo said, "Hey, we're gonna build a game around the mechanics of the gamepad," and a great game at that. And the gamepad. This came really late. You know, this came almost a couple years into it was a couple of years into the Wii U's life. But the way this uses the gamepad is beautiful. Just being able to tap to where you want to go on the map. I still miss that. I mean, I love Splatoon 2 as well, but this is the best way to play it. And I'm a gyro aimer, so you know that's how I get down. And very intuitive with the gamepad, even with the big old gamepad. I'm really good at Splatoon. Turf Wars, I'm really good at. I didn't really dive into any of the other modes, but I'm really good at Turf Wars. I really got into this game. I still want to play some more Splatoon 2 as well. I'm gonna get back into that, but I have the single player DLC content. What is it called? Can't remember the name of it. I'm gonna get into that. I haven't gotten that yet, so. But this game was, like I said, super invigorating when it came out. Got very excited about this title. But then there was drama around this title. The fans fighting each other. Oh, there's not enough content. Going back and forth about that. So it was hard to enjoy anything. Even the good stuff. You couldn't enjoy on Wii U, man. Even the good stuff. Because it was always arguing and fussing and fighting about that. But, those were the days. Love Splatoon and Splatoon 2. All right. Another Switch port. Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe. Well, this is not the deluxe version because it doesn't have Super Luigi U. You have to download it, which I actually did. So I have the digital, version, on my Wii U, not in here. But, so I have Super Luigi U digitally, but I also have it physically because I wanted that weird green case, Year Luigi. It says it right there. So this was the Year Luigi, which I think is better than the Year of Mario this year, 35th. They were doing some cool stuff with Luigi. But anyway, now it's deluxe. Put them together, and now it's Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe. So there's that. Actually, this is probably my second favorite new Super Mario Brothers title, behind the original one on DS. But I'm over the new Super Mario. Can we get like the next Super Mario 2D platformer, please, Nintendo? That'd be nice. Oh man, this was another super exciting game when it first came out. And that is Super Mario Maker. But there was also drama around this. We can't enjoy anything on Wii U. There was drama around this. Oh, I have to unlock or I have to wait to get all the stuff to play with. I didn't mind. It didn't really bother me. And you play the game and stuff would naturally open up. But I want everything right now. It's the same people that complained about this is probably the same people that complained about Smash Brothers Ultimate. That, I gotta unlock the characters. I already unlocked them on Wii U. Why do I have to lock them on Switch? Anyway, so people are pissy about that. But this is clearly the Mario Maker people cared about, because Super Mario Maker 2 did not have nearly as much fanfare and longevity as this one. People were so excited about this game. There was so much cool levels being created and designed. They started to do that on Maker 2, but not as many people stayed because Nintendo didn't drop subsequent, timely DLC for one reason, and kind of killed any momentum it could have had. And here is a underrated ass game on Wii U, and that is Paper Mario Color Splash. Yes, Paper Mario Color Splash is a good Paper Mario game, only because it has the stain of Wii U, not just the colors, but it also has the Wii U stain on it. People don't give it enough credit. I haven't played enough Origami King yet to say it's as good as Origami King, but so far, Paper Mario Color Splash holds up to that. But there's only one annoying mechanic, and that's having to keep painting everything before you use it, like items and stuff. That's annoying to have to touch the gamepad to do that every time. But outside of that, I had a blast with this game. I think it's funny, beautiful graphics, beautiful. Is Paper Mario Colors or Origami King better looking than this? I don't know. This game is very beautiful. So there's that. Splat tat 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 tat, says Retro Dev. In Europe we got the Souls edition for Bayo 2, individual physical copies and art book, and a replica of the Angel. Okay, so I missed that then. Our awesome Operation Platinum had succeeded. Yes, Operation Platinum. Our awesome ha ha ha. I remember the VG charts mistakenly reported Bayonetta had sold 1 million copies, and everyone thought Project Operate. Yeah, how do they? I don't even know how that works. How do you say, oh, we screwed up with the numbers? I don't know. So there was even drama around that. We were happy that Operation Platinum succeeded, but then they took that away from us too. They took everything away from us when it came to the Wii U. They did not want us to have any joy whatsoever. That Bayonetta Assault is still among my favorite gaming salt, says RetroDev. Bayonetta 2 is my favorite Wii U game. Where's part 3 at, says Guarana. And this is where it started. I'm guessing you're talking about Splatoon. Octo expansion for Splatoon 2. Yes, that's what it's called. Thank you, are awesome. Oh man, I'm late, says Major Malfunction. Shadowboxing. I remember my first successful level in Mario Maker, escape from an airship. Guarana, Mario Maker on Wii U was magical. Mario Maker 2 on Switch to me was like, this again? Yeah, it was kind of a little bit of that. It wasn't as exciting. Retro Death, it forced you to learn the way everything worked and fit together, the way things unlocked. Yeah, I mean, that's why I didn't have a problem with it. But again, we couldn't enjoy things on Wii U. There has to be a complaint about everything. There was a complaint about these things. Like, oh no, I love Amiibo. Oh, wait a minute, you're going to lock things behind Amiibo? Mostly insignificant things. But there was people complaining about, oh, now that's $12, $13 DLC. I don't, no, it was insignificant stuff that you unlocked. But people complained that there wasn't significant. People complained that there wasn't significant stuff locked behind this, but they also complained that stuff was locked behind it, even if it wasn't significant. So it was just like, what? How could you be on both sides? That's just insane. Like, you can't be mad that there's nothing significant locked behind it, and then be mad that there's stuff locked behind it. It's like, what? And these were the same people. It is insane, man. Insane. So everything had drama, even Amiibo. We couldn't enjoy Amiibo either. Let's see. Wow, we get a bunch of new comments here. That support for Mario Maker 2 dropped faster than my deuces, said Richard Depp. If it forced you to learn the way everything... Oh, I read that already. Bruce Kent, just so you know, I have been watching your content since the last time you have seen any of my posts. I just flipped a Microsoft Duo and wait for it to get plus set all the new features. So you got a new computer? Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha, Bruce. Nintendo guy, my Wii U copy of Super Mario Bros. U has the new Luigi U DLC on the disc. Really? Because I got the new Super Mario Bros. U Wii U bundle. I didn't know it was on the disc. Oh, wow. Interesting. I didn't know they had a version that had it on the disc. Mike Krimner. I'm guessing it's Krimner. Nintendo guy, I got a bundle. I got that bundle too. I love my Wii U and still play it all the time. Me too. Bruce Kent and accessories. Go Nintendo, leave luck to heaven. Would not be a duo without a DS. Much props to Inspector Gadget. Shadowboxing. I only bought them to use as figures, which is fine. That's fine too. You didn't have to do any. That's the thing. It's just like it wasn't like you were buying a $12 card. I mean, these are cool little figurines, nicely detailed figures. So, you know, there's an incentive to buy them outside of the little trinkets you get in certain games using them. You know, so it was insane. Shadowbox, and even then, it was just my favorite video game characters like Mega Man. Mega Man. Yeah, I have 90 amiibo. I don't even want. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm embarrassed. I have close to 90. Are awesome. Are you going to talk about eShop exclusive games like Fatal Frame 5 and NES Remix? NES Remix is not an eShop exclusive, but yes, I have it on eShop, but I've been meaning to get a physical copy of it because it is physical on Wii U. But yeah, Fatal Frame 5, Fatal Frame, too many F's. Fatal Frame 5, right? Yes, is digital only here. I think Japan is the only one that had it physical, which again annoying. But yes, excellent game. Also used the gamepad beautifully as well. I'll look at my eShop real quick, or I'll look at my digital games, and we can run through those as well. All right, Mario Kart 8, not deluxe, but Mario Kart 8, awesome game. Hundreds of hours in this game. And it is great. It is probably my favorite Mario Kart game to this point. The deluxe version of this version, I don't know. I played this more, so I'd probably say this version. But there's so many control options in this game, beautiful visuals, fun online multiplayer. Although the deluxe version gave us real battle mode, so that's the reason I bought that version. And it added a whole bunch of stuff too. It also has all the DLC and all that stuff, which I actually bought as well on Wii U. So, I mean, what else does it say about it? It's Mario Kart. This thing is the highest selling game on Switch, not not just on Wii U, on Switch. So, oh yeah. Super Smash Brothers for Wii U. I hate the name. Hate the name. Just call it Super Smash Brothers U. You know, it'd still be better than Super Smash Brothers for Wii U. I don't know what that was about. But anyway, was my favorite until Ultimate. My favorite version of Smash. Now Ultimate it is, but love this game. Played the crap out of this game. This was very exciting when it came out. Will Smash save the Wii U? No, it didn't. But it made it a lot more fun to play. And there was so many crazy control options on this too. I believe you could play with your 3DS, you know, because of the 3DS version. You could use your 3DS as a controller for the Wii U version. It was insane. Great game. I love the fact that I was allowed to play with my GameCube controller using the... Can I pull it off without... No, I was going to pull it off, but... I showed you on the box, the GameCube adapter. So, great stuff. All right, No. Let's see. Project Zero 5 Fatal Frame got a nice collector's edition in Europe too. Are you kidding me? It had the art book and steel book and some posters. We were blessed during the Wii U era. Yeah, I mean, I remember being really pissed off that Europe was getting a lot of stuff. That was, one of them I don't remember. Because I tried to find that because I'm gonna mod my Wii U, so I'll be able to play other regions, and so I was looking for stuff like that. I couldn't find a PAL version of Fatal Frame. So I don't know. Maybe because I didn't. Maybe I should call it Project because it was called Project 05 in PAL territories, I guess. Maybe that's why I couldn't find it. So, are awesome, and it had actual imitation photographs like are in the game. Really cool collector's edition. Retro Dev, no, but it's Super Smash Brothers 4 Wii U. That's how I always saw it. Well, yeah, Super Smash Brothers 4. Santiago, wasn't it because the Smash was the fourth installment? Yeah, I mean, that's how we talked about it. Like, but it's FOR. It's not FOUR. So, I just thought it was just called Super Smash Brothers 4. Or Super Smash Brothers U. Like I said, I just didn't like. It just sounded really clinical. Super Smash Brothers 4 Wii U. Super Smash Brothers 4 3DS. Like that is just cheesy. Where am I? I still wear my Wii U pedometer. So do I. Is it close? Is it close? I wear it and I use Wii Fit U still all the time. So I actually have like 3 pedometers because I saw one that was like super cheap. Actually, one came with my copy of it. Still, it has a little tab in it that covers the battery, so it's not being used. But I must have paid. I might probably pay like $10 for it now. Now that I'm thinking about it, for Wii U, Wii Fit U, and the pedometer, super cheap. Or U Smash Brothers. No, I don't know about that one. I ain't smashing no brothers. You might be. But yeah, let's get through this. All right. The Wonderful 101, another port to the Switch. Love this game. It was like playing a Saturday morning cartoon. It's tough. It's platinum, but so good. Such a good game. And I hope we get a sequel at some point, but probably not. Because even the Switch version or Switch PS4 versions, I don't think sold out all that well. People just don't get this game. They just don't understand it, but I love it. It's great. All right, here's a spin-off from another game that I'm going to be mentioning later. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, another port that is on the Switch right now. Another port. Gorana says, Wonderful 101 is the reason I bought a Wii U. That game is magic. Lovely. Love to hear that. Love this game. One of my favorite puzzle games ever. It's a puzzle platformer. Captain Toad. It's so creative and fun and gorgeous looking. And because it uses the 3D engine, Mario 3D freaking flying around. Super Mario 3D World engine, and it's gorgeous, and it's fun, and I love it, and it's on Switch too, with some extra stuff. I think they took some Wii U. I think they took some stuff out of this version and added some stuff for Odyssey or something, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, another game that's being ported soon to Wii U or Switch, and it is Pikmin 3. I'm not buying Deluxe because, again, the only way to play Pikmin games to me now is with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck or something equivalent. And being able to use my gamepad. So I can set my gamepad up, use my Wii Remote and Nunchuck, My gamepad's my map. I can see everything I need to do and take care of. My management. I have my screen to play on. It's just my screen. All I have to worry about is the game world. And, you know, pointing at your Pikmin to collect them and make them do things and throw them. And it's way better using the nunchuck and Wii remote. So this is the way to play it in my book. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is another game that is on Switch. This is insane. You don't realize how many games that have been ported to Switch from Wii U until you go through your collection. It's insane. But again, didn't buy the Switch version. I only have one port on a Switch from the Wii U, and that is Mario Kart. And I have no problem with that port. Like I said, the battle mode they added was great, and I'm very happy to play that every once in a while. But they didn't really add anything to this but the easy mode with Funky Kong. It made the game easy, so more people can beat it, so that's good. I mean, but they famously added, they charged $10 more than this game originally came out. This came out at $49.99. When it went to Switch, they charged $10. I guess Funky Kong cost them $10 to make per copy, so they upcharged the Switch version for whatever reason. So it is what it is. But great game. Game of the year, my game of the year for 2013, I believe. It was between that and 3D World, and I think I chose Donkey Kong Country. All right. Was it 2013 or 2014? So it wasn't 3D World. It was 2014. So it was between that and Bayonetta, I believe. Anyway, speaking of 3D World, there it is. Super Mario 3D World. Here's a game that is coming to Switch as well. But it's plus Bowser's Fury. Now, there is a chance that Bowser's Fury can be significant enough. I saw a analysis video that really got me thinking, and it made a lot of sense. Basically, it was saying, it's hard for me to break it down here because you kind of have to see the Bowser's Fury portion of the game. But it made it look like the Bowser's Fury stuff that we saw was a hub world. And it made a lot of sense. This guy broke it down and showed us why he thought it was a hub world. Similar to Splatoon. The Splatoon single player stuff. He made it so much sense. I'm not sure I can remember who it was in the video. But so if Bowser's Fury is significant enough, I'm probably going to have to rebuy this game. But at that point, maybe I would sell this to recoup some of the cost. I don't know. I don't like selling anything. I don't like selling any of my collection because I always end up regretting it at some point. Even though it's the full game on Switch. But, sometimes you just like that feel that only in Nintendo consoles. Nintendo and Sega consoles, I like playing the original games. I like having that option to play the original game on the original hardware. It's just some weird elitist thing that I have. But here is Yoshi's Woolly World. This is great. Destroys Crafted World. Way better. Way more engaging levels. Better music. Better everything. Beautiful game. Love this game to death. And it's one of my favorite 2D platformers. So yeah, Yoshi's Woolly World came with some nice amiibo, the plushie amiibo, which I have. The small one is over there, and there's also like a giant one, which I never bought. And here is probably, and I say probably, it's in the top 2 or 3 of my favorite Wii U games. Xenoblade Chronicles X. Or I used to call it Xenoblade Chronicles Sex. I love this game. This is the game I have the most hours in, I believe. It might be Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter, I may have more. Monster Hunter Ultimate, I might have more hours in. I'm not sure, but it's close. I think I have more hours in Xenoblade Chronicles X. And Xenoblade Chronicles, excellent. I love this game. Really good use of the gamepad as well. Not the same level of, a Pikmin 3 or something, but it's kind of similar. Where I use the Pro controller to control my character. The gamepad was my map screen. I could keep up with what I was doing and all that stuff. My management of my items and all that stuff on the gamepad. And yeah, this is a great game. Love it, love it. It might end up on Switch at some point, even though I heard the developers say that they weren't interested in bringing it to the Switch. So there's that, but love this game. So 3474 says X was great. Yes. Shadowboxing, I'm just now replaying this. What are you replaying? You replaying X? Certain games were made for certain consoles. Yes, right, Shadowboxing. That's how I feel. So when a game I feel like is made for a console, some games you can get by playing it on other things, but some games just feel like they belong. Would they be played on that console with that controller? I feel that way with a lot of N64 games. I feel that way with GameCube games, and I feel that way with even Super Nintendo. I feel that way with Wii games. Nintendo is just one of the companies that really make me want to play on the original hardware, because a lot of stuff was built for that system. Wii U as well. So Wii U specifically, because those systems had games that were specifically made for those controllers. So very important for me in my elitist ways to play it that way. So and this game I just got today. This is the final game, I believe, that will be new. I shared it on Twitter. The final game that I'm going to buy new on my Wii U, and that is Shakedown Hawaii. Literally just got this today. It's funny because I was supposed to do this collection video a couple days ago. I just got too tired and I went to sleep. But so this came today, so it was kind of timely, if you will. But I'm gonna keep this sealed, although somebody's tempting me. My boy, that game collector, who's also a huge game collector, he says there's a really nice, what do you call it? Not art book. What is it called? Instruction manual in here. So I might want to open it for that. But I was planning on just buying it digitally on Switch and playing that version. But, I may not. I may just play it on Wii U. Why not? A new game on Wii U. So there it is. That's my collection. I think it's about 75 games or so physically. But let's talk a little bit more about the gamepad and other stuff you can do on your Wii U that you can't even do on your Switch. For all you Switch bitches. The Wii U is great for that stuff that you can't do. You can't do this on your Switch, yo. Wii U does. Alright, so I'm logging in. And I don't know if you'll be able to see the light. So I have a ton of digital games on here. So let's just start. I mean a ton. So there's my first page. You have, what is this called? The Wii menu. The Wii menu. You can go into your Wii stuff. I have Wii Fit U free. So I got it for free digitally through something. Wii Sports Club, which is trash. Metroid Prime Trilogy. Got it for $10 because Nintendo cared about giving you value on your Wii U. Got it for $10. Downloaded Punch Out, which I also have physically too, but why not? I think I had some extra points or something, so I got it for that. Shovel Knight, The Fall, How to Survive, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate's on there, which I have crazy hours in. Master Reboot. There were some pretty interesting games, indie games. I got into indie games heavy on the Wii U because there wasn't a lot of like new retail releases coming. So, what's this game? Paper Monsters Recut. I really like that game. World of Keflings. I really like that. So Mighty Switch Force, a bunch of NES titles. Earthbound. We can't even get Earthbound on Switch. It's crazy. But it's on the Virtual Console for Wii U. Trine 1 and 2. Nano Assault Neo, one of my favorites. That was another launch title I bought digitally. Love Nano Assault Neo. Fast Racing Neo, was that a launch title? I can't remember. Probably. Downloaded that. Kirby Superstar. These are all Super Nintendo games. Guacamelee. Freeze Me. Klonoa for... what's Klonoa for? Empire Dreams, I think is the Game Boy Advance one. I'm not sure. Oddworld, New and Tasty. Netflix. Netflix? You can use Netflix on your Nintendo console? Yeah, even the Wii had Netflix app. But Switch doesn't, for whatever reason. I don't know. Golden Sun, Advance Wars. Links to the Past. You can see my Ninja Gaidens up in there. My Double Dragons. Love me some Ninja Gaiden Double Dragon on NES. Castlevania. Much of these games I got for free, or I just brought over from my Wii. There it is. NES Remix. Stick It to the Man. Pikmin Short Movies HD. X-Type. I love X-Type. It's an indie game that was very reminiscent of old shoot 'em up. Tengami, which is that origami platformer, which is dope. Armillo. I loved Armillo. You guys remember Armillo? Right there. Little armadillo guy. That was a pretty cool indie game. Dungeons and Dragons, Chronicles of Mystara. Tokitori 1 and 2. Cubeman 2. Knit Underground. I mean, there's just so much stuff. There's my Gianna Sister digital copy. I actually have DuckTales remastered digitally as well. Kung Fu Rabbit was dope. Sword and Soldiers. The Cave I had a lot of fun with. Typo Man. Art Academy. I can't draw, but I tried. Cloudberry Kingdom. It's another Ubisoft. I don't know if they developed it, but they published it, I believe. It's Tough as Nails. Die a Million Times platformer. Spin the Bottle. Paper Mario, Super Mario 64. All from the Virtual Console. But I also have these games physically. I have the N64 versions. Donkey Kong. Link to Zelda Ocarina of Time. Majora's Mask, Sin and Punishment. Yoshi's Story. Angry Video Game Nerd. Is it Adventures? Yeah. That game is hilarious and hard as nails. There is My Fatal Frame, Made in the Black Water, which is Fatal Frame 5. Affordable Space Adventures, which I love. Solomon's Key, one of my favorite NES games. RGT 85, you don't know what's up, man. Solomon's Key is that game. Tetrabot and Company, Cube, Director's Cut. I have Cube Director's Cut. I love this game. It's first-person puzzle game. Kind of looks like Portal visually, like not visually, but like art design-wise. Sin and Punishment, which I also have physically. Shadow Puppeteer. I mean, remember the previews for E3? You could, basically have E3 at home with these indie games, so you can preview them and play them for a while. And that was a very cool thing that I wish new consoles would continue to do. Metroid Zero Mission, Gunman Clive HD Collection. I actually have this physically as well. What is it? Block Drop U, Blocky Bot, parental controls. Oh man, Epic Dumpster Bear. I remember I reviewed this game because I got a review copy, and the game is actually pretty fun. It's It's janky and like, not great visuals, but pretty fun. Remember Lost Reavers? They need to bring that back. Lost Reavers needs to come back. Star Fox, The Battle Begins, the digital, the cartoon, basically opening of Star Fox Zero. That was great. So yeah, a ton. So let's go to the shop, shall we? Real quick. Let's get into that shop. Or this, I don't. Can you even like? Oh, I need to win. Whoa, what's happening? Remember when your eShop was lively and had music and it was so much fun? Wii U does what Switch don't, says Nintendo guy. For real. So let's just bask in this glory. Look at that. What a beautiful eShop. Not confusing. Full of garbage. Uh-oh, what's that? Is that the Virtual Console? Oh, man. Wasn't as good as the Wii Virtual Console. But still, it was an option. You have NES, Super NES, Game Boy Advance. That'd be nice on Switch, wouldn't it? Nintendo 64, that'd be nice on Switch. Nintendo DS, that would be nice on Switch. And Wii. Wii games. So, the Wii was the previous console to the Wii U. So, but it was backwards compatible. You could play your Wii games in your Wii U. But yet and still, Nintendo had a way for you to download Wii titles. The previous console's titles. But we get to Switch and that's not a thing anymore. Strange. I wonder why that is. Oh, because you can resell these games for $60. Of course. What was I thinking? So let's look at some of the Wii games that you can download. Again, the Wii was the console before the Wii U, and it allowed you to download last gen's games. So we got Galaxy 2, which is not in Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Zelda Skyward Sword, Metroid Prime Trilogy, Super Mario Galaxy 1, Super Paper Mario, Pikmin 2, the Wii version, Rhythm Heaven Fever, Pikmin, the Wii version, Punch-Out, Mario Super Sluggers, Mario Sports Mix, Kirby's Return to Dreamland, great game, Donkey Kong Country, I'm about to say Tropical Freeze Returns, Mario Strikers Charge. I mean, there's some good Wii games on here. Metroid Other M, and not that one though. Kirby's Epic Yarn, WarioWare Smooth Moves, Poke Park Wii, Pikachu's Adventure, Wario Land Shake It, that was a great one. Xenoblade Chronicles, the original. Oh, so you can just download Xenoblade Chronicles on the Virtual Console. Nice. Pandora's Tower, Rayman Raving Rabbids, Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, Wii version, Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition, Resident Evil The Umbrella Chronicles. Oh, there's a page 2. Trauma Team, Sin and Punishment 2, great game. Lost in Shadow, great game. Zack and Wiki, great game. Excite Box, Trick Racing, great game. So, pretty good selection from the previous gen, unlike the Switch. The Switch has Switch games. It has remasters from 7th gen, and the next closest console you can play on it is Super Nintendo. Pathetic. You know it, I know it. It's pathetic. But this eShop, I miss this eShop. It's so much better. Look, it even has Breath of the Wild DLC available still. Splatoon at the top. Mario or Nintendo Selects. There's not many Nintendo Selects anymore. That's probably mostly 3D game or 3DS games. Yep. So Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker HD is still a select $20 game on Wii U. Kirby Triple Deluxe, that's 3DS. Mario Luigi Dream Team, 3DS. Lego City Undercover for $20. Nintendo Land, $20. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon for 3DS. I think these are all 3DS. Super Mario 3D World is still on here right now for $20. Super Mario 3D World. Pikmin 3 is back. It was gone, but it is now back for $20 on Wii U, which it should be. Because people could say, oh, the Wii U version doesn't sell. Nobody wants to buy it on Wii U. So why take it off the Wii U eShop then? That would just be petty, right? And Nintendo realized, I guess, that was petty. Although I still don't see Donkey Kong. It is not back. Donkey Kong Returns is on here. Donkey Kong Country Returns, I should say. But not the Wii U Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. But anyway, new releases. Let's see what the new releases are. Shakedown Hawaii. There you go. Look at that price. That is not what I paid for it physically, but I had to be scalped a little bit. I paid $40. $14.99. Dying is Dangerous. Crystal World. These are all like probably not good indie games. Drop It, Block Paradise. Come on, is there another game that I would deem that was probably good that's on the new list? Because this all looks like trash. Oh, Aquamoto Racing Utopia. I have that on Switch. Pretty fun game. But yeah. So let's get out of here. Hit that big home button. Boom, boom. Wii U menu. Love that Wii U music. Love that Wii U music. All right. Let's see. The real version of the Wonderful 101. The Wii U version says Visored Grunt. Mike Kremner. Yoshi's Woolly World was awesome in co-op. Yes, it was. Certain games were made for certain consoles. I read that already. I'm just now replaying this. Read that already. X was great. I want this ported to the Switch, but not Switch, not base Switch, but a more powerful version. I guess you're talking about X. Xenoblade X would have been the best game on the system if it was more story-based. It seems the story was ripped out of the final version. I got a lot of story out of it. I mean, I played a lot of it. I did a lot of side missions. It just doesn't walk your hand with the story. Or hold your hand, I should say. Are awesome. At the beginning of Wii U life cycle, it looked so promising that the Wii U had five player games the size of my friend group, like Nintendo Land and Game & Wario. So sad they didn't stick to those. Shadowboxing, the devs of Xenoblade X, said money would be the issue, so they held off on making it. Okay, I didn't know that. A Nintendo guy. Wii U does what Switch don't, no doubt. Retro Death, I miss making folders and color coding them. Oh man, I don't have a ton that I color coded, but as you can see there's my apps folder, and it's blue. Let's check out what's in the apps folder. Hulu Plus, Amazon, YouTube. Oh, we can do that on Switch, I guess. Then you have your health and safety information, daily log, Uplay, and Amiibo Tap, Nintendo's greatest bits. Forget about Amiibo Tap. There's got to be more folders than. Yeah, I guess I didn't make a lot of folders because I liked, having all my games displayed right there, you know, made me feel like I was doing something. But I loved it. And listen to that. It's music. It's great to have music, personality on your console. Oh, remember when Nintendo consoles had personality? But now, I have to create my own personality on my Switch, which, you know, I had fun doing. But, you know, I had to give my Switch personality because I just thought it was bland looking, you know? And it was also cracking. So that was an incentive to change the back and get this nice decal going and add these lovely, look at it, how fingerprints all over the thing. Add these Switch Pad Pro, Split Pad Pro, I should say, which is great, way better than having to play using the what are they called? The Joy-Cons. I don't even know what they're called anymore. But yeah, so like giving it personality, but you know, it'd be nice if Nintendo allowed for some personality in the console UI. So but yeah, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, you know, all that good stuff. Crunchyroll. Not to mention this. I mean, it's kind of dead now because the Miiverse is gone. But I love the Wada Wada Plaza. Remember Wada Wada Plaza? Kahuna, what's up? Dang, the Wii U was the last Nintendo system with personality. Let's talk about the media negativity ruined the Wii U sales. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of false narratives and negativity around the Wii U that killed its sales, that helped kill the sales and helped it not succeed and stuff. And a lot of the stuff I blocked out because I have PTSD over it. There's a lot of wars I fought back in the day over Wii U. A lot of craziness, insane stuff. You know, it was just so much hate against this freaking console that didn't hurt anybody. Like, it was just a console, and there was just so much hate surrounding it. But we love its games. We'll buy those again at full price. It made me mad. PTSD for real, says Josh Brown. Yeah. Mr. Daily Log. Oh, man. Yeah, the Daily Log is great. I miss it on for Switch. I wish Switch had, you know, it just doesn't hold a candle to what the features on the Wii U. It's pathetic. You know, it's pathetic. And I don't understand why. It doesn't have to be this way. Because Nintendo handhelds could do a lot more. The 3DS. Where's my 3DS? It's not in arm's length or arm's reach. But yeah, man, like 3DS had a lot of cool features. It didn't, you know, you can't say, oh man, that stuff takes away from the CPU, GPU, Wii U, all the U's. No, because you have handhelds that did a lot more than what the freaking Switch does. 3DS did a lot more. It's embarrassing. I remember back in March 2013, people were calling for Nintendo to go ahead and pull it from store shelves, says Kahuna. Nintendo, go third party. Please go third party, Nintendo. We don't like you, but if you go third party, we'll buy your games that we don't like. You don't like them kiddie games. So go make them for my console so I can buy them. It was crazy, man. It was a crazy time. There was a lot of, you know, channels popping up for Nintendo's defense. I suppose I was one of them. You know, I played up that whole, what do you call it? Oh, I'm getting tired again. Oh. I played up that whole, I don't say I played it up. I I engaged in counter narratives, you know, for the Wii U, because it was just so much garbage being spewed. It's like somebody has to come out and say something, and that's one of the things that pushed me to make my channel back then. Because it was insane, man, insane. And my channel got popular in the community pretty quickly because I was making a lot of sense in my defense of what I felt like the Wii U was just being targeted needlessly. Remember the art studio that they promised for Wii U? I still wanted to get that I still wanted that to get finished. Art studio. You talking about the game? Because I have Art Academy, but I think you're talking about a game that fleshed that out more. Josh. Yeah, I mean that's that's my Wii U collection. That's my talk about Wii U and how cool it was and still is. Wii U in 2020. You ever see those videos? It was for the pad. Okay, yeah. I vaguely remember that, Josh. Are awesome. Yeah, the Digital Art Academy game that was never finished. Yes, I remember that. Back in the Nintendo YouTube community, content was a lot more creative and the community was stronger. Yep, totally agree. I mean, part of it's YouTube's fault, with this whole algorithm thing and destroying G Plus and ripping it from your YouTube accounts. I think that just ruined YouTube partially, and it's sad. The community was cool though. It wasn't too hard to deal with nonsense because the community was strong. Everybody's kind of united, and a lot of creativity, a lot of good videos being made, cool channels popping up. Cool peeps coming into the community. It was fun. Josh Brown, I think you're saying yes to that. Visor, I mean, T, you are one of the last of the Wii U Defense Force. And turned out that you also weren't defending because it was Nintendo's current console too. Right. I think my criticism of the Switch proves that it wasn't just I'm in defendo, I'm defending it because it's Nintendo. No, I defended it because I thought, and I still do believe, it was a awesome console. It had shortcomings, yes, but a lot of the shortcomings came out of the fact that it was getting so dogged that it wasn't getting the support it should have got. So the potential was there for the console, but it just wasn't getting that support because it was getting so wrongfully accused, so wrongfully dogged, and so I supported it, but I wasn't just supporting Nintendo, but in a way I was supporting Nintendo too because Nintendo was different in those days, and before those days. It wasn't just for Wii U, but even before, leading up to Wii U, Nintendo was different, and now they're different in the wrong way. And like you said, I'm not here to just defend Nintendo. I defended the console because I thought it was a great console, and where I was super excited coming out of 2017 for Switch, I had so much, joy that year and hope for the future, and they just squandered it as far as I'm concerned. They squandered that potential. Yeah, it's gonna sell. Yeah, it's selling. Great, beautiful. We all, wonderful. But that doesn't mean there's a lot of stuff that they should fix and make the system better. I was so certain. I'm not some freaking Switch hater. I mean, I have 90 Switch games. Okay, but I was so certain that the Switch was going to end up being my all-time favorite Nintendo console. You know, taking up my nostalgic love for the N64. I thought that was in danger. I thought the Switch was going to easily do that, and it just started to squander it in 2018. And it came back a little bit at the end of 2019, did some nice things. Oh man, but 2020 is just abysmal. And hopefully 2021, you know, with everything being, you know, stuff being pushed, we don't know what being pushed, but things being pushed, 2021, hopefully will turn out to be a nice, full year of great stuff. But I don't know if that's going to make it turn around. They're going to have to get on par with the Wii U feature-wise for me to get there. You know, as far as like being back on, all right, good. Now you're back on track. Because I'm not going to pretend that Wii U had lulls. But the lulls, like I said, was because of the false narratives that destroyed, you know, the support for it. N64 had lulls, which were more, you know, we're talking about the 90s here. So it was a different time in gaming. It was easier to deal with that because, you know, most people only got 1 or 2 games a year anyway. It was a different time where you played your games, you know, whatever games you had over and over again until you were able to get a new one. So the time was different, you know. So those lulls in software output were more, you know, it might have affected it in the market overall, but you know the 64 still did very well. It was a popular enough console, and it was a very profitable console. So, like I said, it was a different era, you know. So the things that were acceptable back then aren't acceptable today. You know, you can't go, you know, 3, 4, 5 months without releasing a new game. And it only happened in 97. You know, basically by the end of 97, those lulls were gone for good. You still didn't get as many games as, you know, PlayStation, but you still got steady games after that. So, and they were impactful games. You know, Breath of the Wild and then Mario's Odyssey at the end of the year. You know, and then in between you got ARMS, which is a cool new IP that was a lot of fun. Splatoon 2 and not Splatoon Deluxe. That was great. Rayman Mario plus Rabbids was a nice, beautiful surprise. Loved that game. It wasn't made by Nintendo, but it had, you know, obviously Nintendo characters in it. Loved it. You know, and then even stuff like, you know, Doom and Skyrim got me excited because it's like, oh, now we're getting, you know, we're getting games that the other consoles are getting as well. You know, not everything, but we're getting here and there. We're going to get games that come out for the other consoles that also come out for Switch. But that momentum, you know, it just seemed like they stopped caring. They saw the sales and it's just like, let's chill. We're doing well. I mean, obviously that's just conjecture. I'm probably wrong on that, but it just feels that way because, again, they squandered a lot. The online is a joke. Coming out of Wii U, we thought there would be improvements, and it got worse. It took steps backwards. So, Sweet Dangos says 2020 has been rough for the Switch. Played it a handful of times this year. Wow. Miiverse was awesome. Yes, it was, Josh Brown. Awesome. Love Miiverse. And, you know, they think they can replace Miiverse with, you know, Twitter capability, Twitter, what's the word I'm looking for? What Twitter implementation like? But the thing about Miiverse is that it's all gaming all the time. It's all about gaming. So it's all about Nintendo fandom. It's you can't talk about other things. It was specifically for video gaming. Unlike Twitter, it's not. You can have your gaming discussion still, obviously, but it was a nice closed community where you can actually have conversations about games and get help and all kinds of stuff. And they just gave up on it for whatever reasons. They didn't want to pay the moderators, I guess. They got really cheap. But I think Nintendo couldn't bring it back if they... Wait, I missed something there. Let me go back up. It was made for the pad. Yeah, the Digital Art Academy. I said that already. Yes. Advisor Grunt. Did I finish that sentence? And turned out to... You weren't defending because it was Nintendo's current console too. Okay. Yeah, I finished that. Kahuna, Wii U was the system, man. I loved it so much. I just gotta love how most of these defense channels turned tail when NX was announced. Yeah, all the stuff that they were complaining about on Wii U, they didn't care when it came to the Switch. When the Switch came out, and they didn't have any of that stuff, and it actually went backwards in what the Wii U had. That was disheartening. Miiverse was awesome. The Wii U got way more original games. Says Slain Red. Yep. 2020 has been rough. I read that already. Kahuna. But I think the Nintendo couldn't bring it back like they did 3DS because the pressure was on them and they couldn't really focus. Yeah, 3DS had to be successful. They couldn't have 3DS fail and Wii U fail. So they had to focus on the 3DS. And because they knew that's what their bread and butter was. So I understand it. It was cheaper to make games for. The profit margins were higher. It had the potential to sell faster, quicker because of the price. All that stuff. So they had to make a choice. Online for Nintendo is the most annoying. I remember being during the Wii era, people defending the online just blows my mind. We've been asking for the same features since 2006, says Sweet Dangles. Yeah, it's crazy. And you can't get enough fans to get behind you because they just get like, oh, they don't want to hurt Nintendo's feelings. I don't know. It is odd. Because even when I wasn't rah, let's fix these things up. Even when I wasn't that person, I would what's the word I'm looking for? I would join people who wanted to do these like movement things. I would be a part of the process. I wouldn't hate on the process like a lot of these people, would. But it's different. They don't care. They gave up. They gave up before they even tried. It wasn't like they tried and it was so hard and they just pushed and pushed and they got tired and they gave up. They gave up before they even tried. So I don't know. Yes, but it's been online for Nintendo has been a joke for forever. Like I will go back to the GameCube. You're saying the Wii, but even the GameCube, Nintendo made the GameCube. Do I want to pull mine out? Let me see. I guess I'll do it. Nintendo made the GameCube. Let me pull mine out here. Hopefully I don't make too much of a mess here. All right. So they made the GameCube. Oh, I'm going to have to take this off. I can't do all that right now. Can I? What the heck? Why not? We're here. But it's just insane. I'm gonna take off my Game Boy player here for a second because this point has to be made. Oh, my Game Boy player is really on. Maybe I can't do this live here. Okay, we got it now. Well, at least that one. I hope the rest of them aren't this tough. But, you know, to me, like Nintendo was like always ahead on that kind of stuff, because, you know, even the Super Nintendo had, you know, online capabilities. You can do certain things with, but the one I really focused on with cool online stuff was the 64DD. You know, because it came with a modem. There was games that really did some fun, cool stuff. All right, almost got it. I thought there was more screws on the bottom here for this, but good thing there's not. But you can do stuff like in F-Zero. You can on the 64DD version, you could create your own tracks, upload them so other people can play them online. You know, and this was on the N64. You know, and they had other like online capable things on Super Nintendo. Even they had that little expansion port at the bottom. But you have it right here. They built this into the console. This serial port, this one right here, was for your broadband adapter. I just pulled this one right here. So they built this system with that in mind. They created a broadband adapter that exists. Nintendo's own broadband adapter for the GameCube. And they didn't make one game that used it. What? You put R&D into all that stuff and you didn't make any games that used it? You had the product itself. You have a broadband adapter for your GameCube. And you used it for like LAN. I think that was the only thing they used it for. To do LAN stuff. Like it's like they were trolling us. You know, and they had great games that could have utilized online. Mario Kart Double Dash would have been, you know, people would be talking about that online today. Man, remember back in the day when we played Double Dash online? Man, remember back in the day when we played F-Zero, 32 cars online? You know, remember back in the day when we played Star Fox Assault Co-op? Or back in the day when we played Smash Brothers? Oh, I meant Melee online. Remember that? Like, those would have been some pretty cool memories. Yeah, I mean, I was telling Nintendo themselves didn't make anything that used online, but Sega had Phantasy Star Online. That was the only game, or only games, I guess, because you can bring in version 2 and whatnot. Those are the only games that used the modem for online play. Sega. Sega used the online better on a Nintendo console than Nintendo did. How pathetic is that? So this has been going on for me, at least in my mind, since the GameCube, because they poorly used the GameCube's online, which would have been an excellent system that I could point to and say, yeah, man, remember back in the day on that GameCube, that online on GameCube, that would have been, you know, great memories. Now, people have great memories of playing Phantasy Star Online, and I do too. But I played Phantasy Star Online for Dreamcast. I never played it on GameCube, because GameCube was a joke when it came to online, so I never even thought about it. But what can I say? It is what it is, man. Like, it's pretty sad that they didn't, you know. We're still here. We are still here, where you're online, you put no stock in it. And you know what? When you have consoles like the Switch that sell well, after taking out all the things that the Wii U was trying to do, the message is, oh, we don't need to do that stuff. And, you know, you don't have people that complain or talk about it. They're fine with NES and SNES games on their console that came out 25 to 30 years after those games were released. And it's beyond sad. I don't know what to say, man. And we don't have enough of the fan base that care enough about it. They're just like, just give me overpriced ports of those games instead of giving me a virtual console. I'm cool with that. You know, they'll fight you over it too. They'll get upset. I'm trying to enjoy my overpriced ports. Stop, reminding me how much I'm getting ripped off. That's the response that you get. Not, people wanting to join you like we did on the Wii U. And there were Nintendo fans in the community that annoyed a lot of Nintendo fans. There were Nintendo fan channels that other factions of the Nintendo fan base didn't like. But you know what? When those channels came up and tried to do something, we didn't shoot those guys down. There were some of us, there was a certain section of any fan base that's just totally cuckoo, just total nuts. So that's every fan base. No fan base is above having a faction that's just total bonkers, and will do things like death threats and all kinds of nonsense. So nobody's above that. So you're gonna have those people that are naysayers, but for the most part, Nintendo fans were somewhat unified and wanting to get new things and get these things in a timely fashion on Wii U. And we thought for sure it was at least going to get better. It was going to be perfect, maybe on Switch, but it was at least going to get better, not get worse. So I don't know. I don't want to end this on a ranty note about where Nintendo is right now. This is about Wii U. Do I want to talk about the lies again with Sony? Because apparently Microsoft lied. Terminator Juice is trying to tell me that Microsoft lied as well. I don't think they lied in the same way. I mean, overpromise. I think they maybe overpromised some stuff, but they didn't flat out lie. Just months ago on something they knew that they weren't going to do, or that they were going to do, acting like they're not going to have first party titles be held back by generations, or the lack of generations, when they know good and damn well. They said even more years than Microsoft. They said 3 to 4 years of first party games coming to PS4 and PS5. Microsoft said about 2 years. So I don't know. All I know is I have no reason to buy PS5 at this point. I mean, and the only reason I have to buy an Xbox One is, again, practicality. I've said it 1,000 times, I have a VCR Xbox One, so I can't get any of the cool enhancements. And so I want to be able to have one box that I can play all my stuff on and have the cool enhancements. And again, a next gen system that I can play something like Cyberpunk on, because I think Cyberpunk will obviously look better and is better for next gen, or a nice PC. I think it'll be better on that than a current console. So I want to partake in that. I want to partake in the 4K experience. I don't have that for my gaming yet. So I'm looking to have that. So that's my reasoning. And I have a backlog that I know I have a backlog going, not backlog. I have a catalog of Xbox games going back 20 years almost that I can play on my Series X. I can't do that on my PS5. I have a few. I have what, 12 PS4 games, but nothing else will play in the PS4. So that's my thing. Again, like I don't have an incentive to buy it. You know, you don't have any. You know, PlayStation has ever rarely had day one games that I wanted to buy a system for. I bought a PS3. I was very excited to buy the PS3 because I can bring over my games from PS1 and PS2, and then I also have new PS3 games, and it's all this power the PS3 had. So I had a practical reason to get a PS3 early, where I don't have one for a PS5. I have a practical reason to get a Xbox One or Xbox Series X early. So the Series X is my PS3 right now. It is my PS3 purchase that I made. So let's see. But I guess Switch get a free pass because it's popular, says Kahuna. Yep. Not even every GameCube had that port, sadly. Oh yeah, they stopped using, like some GameCubes don't even have the expansion port for the broadband adapter. Wii U was the beta test for Switch. I really think it had to fail to Switch to thrive. But the Switch is thriving for all the wrong reasons. Like, you know, if the Wii U failed and then they said, oh, this is what we need to do to shore it up for next time, then that's another thing. But that's not the lessons that's being learned. That's what I meant. I can't read your comment because it's hidden or awesome. Hey T, honestly, I'm interested if you ever plan to do another music video like Insecure with Vaginas like you did back in the day. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of ideas to do all that kind of stuff. The problem is I don't get enough views for me to, you know how much time I spent on that video? Like I spent days creating the artwork and doing the animation and the editing for that video. Like, you know, and even that video only got 2,500 views, which for my install base back in that time was great. But if I do something like that today, you know, I get like 500 views, and I feel like, you know, because you make YouTube videos for people to watch them. Like that's the point. So if I'm gonna spend that much time, hours and hours to days, on a video like that, I want to get views on it, and I feel like something's broken with my channel to where I can't break through. You know, I've had 1,000 view video or two this entire year. One's about Contra, the bad Contra game. And then the one I recently did about 3D All-Stars being lazy. And that's it. I used to get 1,000 view video or 1,000 views per video regularly. You know, it wasn't hard to do. I don't know if I have the motivation, but I have the ideas for videos like that. But I just don't have the motivation because YouTube is so broken, you know? Excuse the bad English, the Sweet Dango's typing so too fast. Nintendo fans have been saying, wait for the next console for good online. It's been 16 years, man. When are we going to get change? That's a good question. Let's see. Read that already. Fantasy Star Online. Kahuna never. Nintendo never. Nintendo need that Wii U Online back. We had gamer tags, voice chat, and some other and some kind of message system. Heck, we even had video chat, and it was all free. They did not push it in their own games enough. Yeah, that is true, Kahuna. But I guess Switch get a free pass because it's popular. Guess so. Screwface, what is up? All they got to do is put out more first-party games, including sequels. Make the online better. Drop a Switch upgrade that's closer to PS4 Pro, Xbox One to get more third-party support. And that's all. And add N64 and GameCube and Wii titles with SNES and NES, and they will nail it. I mean, that sounds like a lot of stuff, but a lot of that is very easy to be implemented because they did it already. You know, they have digital versions of all these games. N64, I read that already. Are awesome. No shade to SingStar, but the Wii U also had the best karaoke games like Sing Party that came out at launch, and Wii Karaoke U that could both use a gamepad as a microphone too if you want it. Nice. I remember those games. I didn't play them though. What are your thoughts on Final Fantasy 16? To me, it doesn't look very good. Those are my same thoughts, Seikon. Hope I said your name right. Seikon 10. It doesn't look very good to me. It looks super bland. That was one of the first things I said when I was watching it. If you were in the Google Hangouts chat that I was in with the Juices Loose crew, is I said it looks super bland. The characters are boring. They look boring. There's no quirkiness to it. There's no Final Fantasy-ness to it. It just seems super bland. And they're trying to chase Western games, but the problem is they're trying to chase Western type of RPGs. But the problem is they're chasing that, but having still having the kind of anime look to it. So you're going to end up not catering to anybody because the Western RPG crowd isn't going to like the anime look, and then the Eastern RPG crowd are going to be like, "What is this Western RPG garbage you're trying to give me?" So I don't know. It looked bland as hell to me. Kahuna, Xbox Series X is a better deal. And yeah, it's another thing. Like, they're trying to give you as many options as they can, or as many incentives as they can to get an Xbox Series X. One that's not even talked about is the financing one. You can take an Xbox Series X home, granted if you have decent credit, I'm guessing. You can take one home for nothing. $0 down. So for $0 down, $15 for Game Pass, you go home with like 140 games and an Xbox Series X. So, what more do you need? You can even still buy your PS5 and walk home with your Series X with 100 games for $15 more. I don't know, man. I don't know why, gamers, like, again, I'm a different type of gamer. I just went a whole entire month paying for Xbox Game Pass, but not even using it once. But for a lot of people who don't have a billion games sitting around them, that is a great, I mean, there's no better deal in gaming. And I feel like it's not getting enough credit for that, what it's giving you for $15. Because hell, what was it? The online, just to play online games on Sega Dreamcast was $22. I remember that. So, people are not giving enough credit for the deal you're getting. And you're getting 97% of games that come out because it's the Xbox. You're going to get all the multiplats for the most part. You might miss a few here and there. But You're not gonna be missing anything most people are playing. So I don't know. Are awesome. Oh, and being able to use the previous generation's controllers is something that is almost completely exclusive to the Wii U. Using the previous controllers is something almost no other console has done. Well, almost. PlayStation 1, you can use your PlayStation 1 controllers on your PlayStation 2. So that was cool. But that's where it stopped. You couldn't use PlayStation 2 on PlayStation 3. You can't use PlayStation 3 on PlayStation 4. But you can use Xbox. You can use your Xbox One controllers on your Series X and Series S. So at least they're doing it, but it's rarely done. The Wii Remote and Nunchucks added so many control options to the mini Wii U games. Yeah, Pikmin 3 is one of my favorite. So how about them $70 games? Yeah, how about them? Nah, I'm gonna pass. I'll stop buying games new before I pay $70. I'll wait. I have no problem waiting. I have enough games to play. I'm not paying $70. Nope. I can't see myself walking in the store and paying $74. Whatever it is, 73 with tax for a game. Nope. I don't like to do $60. How do I go to Walmart and get stuff for 50? 51 or 52 or whatever it is. Because I don't like paying that much. So there's no way I'm paying. I'll sit and wait until the prices go down. I'm not doing it. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna get on out of here. That's it for this stream. Hope you guys enjoyed my Wii U collection. Now I got to put it all away. I wonder if I have it logged. I'm going to check. Because what I like to do, the cool thing is that when I do these, I have this app called Game Eye. What is it called? Yeah, Game Eye. This app here. Create a restore point? No. This app here. So it catalogs all your games. Gives you put in price. You put in if it's loose or if it's in a case and all that stuff. So it gives you your values. So I'm going to go to my report. So here's my report on. I don't know if they include consoles with this or not. I think it's just games. Yeah. So here's my report on the games that I've logged so far. I don't know if you can see that. It's so blurry. It's because it's trying to focus on me. So get closer. Come on, focus. So 13,000. But I only have about 70% of my games in at this point. So I need to see, because what I was alluding to is that I like doing these online or these live streams of my collection, because what happens is after it I just go in and log my games. It's super convenient that way. So let me see my Wii U. Let me see what it says for Wii U. That'll let me know if I logged my Wii U games in or not. I think I did. So I have $180 for the console. Really? My Wii U is worth $180? Surprised by that. Thought it was cheaper. So let me go back to games. Games. Platform. Wii U. Oh, here we go. Why did it take so long? Okay, so no. It's showing 65. Well, I'm definitely missing games. Oh yeah, I haven't logged some games. So most of my games I have logged. I just realized this. It also shows the Metacritic. So you can see right here, Devil's Third. I said $200, but it looked like 170 that it's worth. There's the Metacritic score next to it. So it shows you the game. As you can see, us have complete in box. You put that in yourself manually. But you can scan the games. You don't have to sit there and type every game in. You can scan the barcode, and it'll pop in. So it's way super convenient. Book of Unwritten Tales. Oh, it's worth $50. So it's still somewhat on the higher end, not super expensive. It's actually more expensive open than a sealed copy of Breath of the Wild. So there's that. Skyland. Wow, Skylanders is. Oh, I guess because if you have the. Well, I do have the whole set. Superchargers. Oh, it just froze. It freezes sometimes. But anyway, so I'll just log whatever games I'm missing. And that's why I like doing these. But I also like sharing my collection with you fools. That's fun. I thought the Wii U one would be... People would be interested in that a lot because it's one of those systems that people just really love. Or you either don't care about the Wii U or you really love it. So there's a lot of fanfare around it. Similar to Dreamcast. Where I feel like the Wii U falls closer to a Saturn than it does the Dreamcast as far as like appeal. I think the fandom for Wii U is similar to the fandom for Dreamcast. Not quite as large, I don't think, but still similar. Excuse me. So yeah. All right. Come on, T. You don't want to pay $70 plus for Madden 22? I'm never buying another Madden game. I haven't bought a new Madden game since 2008. Maybe 2007. I think 2008 on PSP was the last Madden game I bought new. Saycon 10 publishers say that game dev costs have increased, but they're the ones that have made that decision. We never asked for more realistic graphics. We just want good and fun gameplay. Well, a lot of people do like that shininess of whatever, and I mean, I just don't believe it. I don't believe, that they're not able to transition after how long have these consoles been out? The current gen consoles since 2012, starting with the Wii U. So 8 years, 7 to 8 years. And there's going to be this unbelievable. So between 7 to 8 years, you should be gradually, the cost should be coming down on these games because you're getting better and better at the visuals. And you're moving in. It's not like there's some spike in visual fidelity in the beginning, because there's not. So there shouldn't be a spike in the cost of games. And I'm just not going to pay it. I'm not paying $70 for video games. That's just, I'm drawing the line there. I rarely pay $60 for a new game, or just a game. I'm always finding a way around, looking for a way around it. And sure, maybe, I don't know, Walmart may not have that discount for Xbox Series X and PS4 games or PS5 games. They may choose not to do it for those systems. So, because they'll be taking a bigger hit. And I'm not going to partake. I will not. I will play all my old games and buy old games before I do that. Even for my Series X, I'm not paying $70. And, again, Microsoft, I don't think they want me to. They have all these incentives for me, all these things I can do to not pay that. So, nah, I pass. R Awesome T, I've been watching your channel for years. It's been a lot of fun to see you live streaming for the first time. One last question. What are your hopes for the Switch in the next few years? And Santiago's laughing. My hope for the Switch is that it reaches its potential. You know, I hope that it, you know, finds its way to these features so I don't have to be annoyed by that. Does, you know, invest in the online. You know, how much more does Nintendo have to be convinced about online play and how important it is to gamers today? Like, come on, get it together. You're a multi-billion-dollar company. Let's act like it. Let's stop playing around. And, you know, deliver on this console as far as how well it's doing. This console is doing so well, some of your lesser franchises should do well when you bring them out. So all the, you know, at least not, I'm not saying all of them, but some of these franchises you've forgotten for decades, Switch is a perfect place for them. Because, you know, they're going to do well enough at least to cover the budget. And you'll be serving the fans and you won't be losing any money. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win to bring F-Zero. It's a win-win to bring Wave Race. It's a win-win to bring Star Fox to the Switch. So and when they start doing that, when they get serious about their online games, what their, you know, NES and SNES, come on. We're in the 4th year of this console, and all you got to offer online is Super Nintendo games and NES games. Like, come on. It's insane. Give us a messaging system. We have all these friends we can't talk to on our Switches. It's insane. It is literally insane. It's crazy, man. It's like, why even friend people? I can't talk to them. I can't correspond with them. It's crazy. So, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is games. You have to deliver on the games. And they haven't. They've been relying on a lot of Wii U ports, which I don't mind. I don't mind bringing ports, but when you're relying on them, I have a problem with that because it means you're not putting enough effort into new games, or at least bringing back stuff that we want as fans. You know, how did you let Metroid get to this point where you let somebody work on it and waste like a year and a half of time? You really don't know what to do with Metroid. You really don't know what to do with Star Fox. Find somebody who does. There are plenty of people in the games industry today who grew up playing these games. Find those guys. You found them when it came to Mario plus Rabbids. You know? Find those guys at Ubisoft who love Star Fox. Find those guys who love Wave Race. Find those guys who love F-Zero. And have them put out a game. And make the Switch my favorite Nintendo console. Because I want it to be. I was believing it would be. I'm not against it being my favorite console. So do that. I'll be happy. 2021 should be a huge year for games. So it shouldn't be too hard to bring the games. But don't just stop there. You know, shore up your services. Shore up your that's my phone alarm going on, or my Apple Watch. You know, telling me to, you know what that alarm is for? Is to tell me to make sure I upload my Wii Fit information before midnight. That's what it's for. I tell you, I still use my Wii Fit. It's good stuff. But yeah, do that stuff. I'll be happy. You know, because I think the Switch's form factor is genius. And when I saw it, I was like, this thing's gonna be a sales monster, and I was right. I said before anybody was saying it, people were naysaying, "Oh no, I don't think so." I said a long time before anybody was saying it that the Switch was gonna outsell the Wii. Nobody was on that page until a few months ago, maybe. And now, oh yeah, I think the Switch is on pace. I told you that in what was it? November of 2016. that was going to happen. Was it November or whenever they first showed off that trailer for Switch? We had been calling it NX until that trailer. I said, "Oh, that's gonna kill the Wii as far as sales go," and it looks like I'm right. So let's live up to those sales. Let's get some more stuff out there. Let's get some legacy titles. Let's get Kid Icarus out there. Let's get stuff that Nintendo fans, hardcore Nintendo fans, really love and want. Make it right with your core fan base. Because a lot of us, it's not just me. I'm not the only guy out here disgruntled. There's some other ones out there. And we're the ones you want to be, the what do you call it? The casual fan base are the ones who are going to make your console an extreme success. No doubt about that. But when it comes to who's going to show up day one for your console and help it sell out, that's me. That's people like me. And when I'm feeling like how I'm feeling right now, where it's like I'm not gonna go out day one and buy your console because you guys just can't get it together. I'm not gonna go out and invest in that blindly like I've done because you've proven that you don't care about these things that I really care about as a gamer. So you'll find yourself in a situation to where all these casuals won't be able to save you because it won't be selling in the beginning because people like me won't be there. So that's my take. Kona. Now I got a question for ET. Do you think the fans will get their heads out of Nintendo games' butts and pick some of this good third-party support? What good third-party support? There's some games coming. But no, I don't think they will. Because I don't feel like there's enough third-party support to do that with. Enough true new third-party support. And again, you got fans like me. I was going to go out there and buy Doom Eternal for Switch. But you have told me nothing about that game. I haven't seen one screenshot. And I'm like, I'm not going to buy it now. I'm disgruntled. You turned me off. So I'm not the only one. So you think anything will outsell Animal Crossing? Says Cyber. Well, besides Mario Kart, because Mario Kart is in the lead, and I don't know if it's going to lose that lead. But I don't think anything will outsell it. At this point, I don't think there's a game that's going to outsell either one of those. So no. But you never know. I just can't. It has to take a certain type of game. Animal Crossing was a certain type of game at a certain timing. It was perfect. So Mario Kart 8, I can't explain it. It's a Mario Kart game. It's the best Mario Kart game. But for it to continue to sell the way it does, it's going to maybe outsell Mario Kart Wii, which is like 35 million or something. Mario Kart Wii was still selling well just a couple of years ago. It sold like 500,000 copies one year. I'm like, what? Like, 6 years after it came out. It's insane. So, yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you again for watching. Listen, I hope you enjoyed the Wii U collection stream. I only think I'll have one more console to do this with, and that's the Wii. To really show my collection off. Oh, PlayStation. But I don't think most of you guys are going to care about my PlayStation collection. So, but I'll still do it. I did Dreamcast. I did Saturn. Yeah, PlayStation. PlayStation and Wii are like the last ones I have that are worth showing. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you guys. Cyber says, thanks for keeping it real. Thank you for enjoying the real. Are awesome. Thanks, T. You are awesome. Thank you. You are awesome too. And thanks again, guys. And I will go to sleep because I am tired. And I'll see you guys on the next video. I'm doing a video. Well, I did it already. I'm gonna upload a video on N64, my N64 controller, modernizing it so it's kind of a techie-ish video. It'll be up probably Sunday morning. And then, like I said, Nintendium first video will be up Sunday night. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to Nintendium. Yeah, that's it. Peace.